All right. What's up, guys? Uh, you know what tonight is. It's continuing our yearly tradition of reading terrible Harry Potter fan fiction, as is the way of our people. So I have it up on the screen behind me. You might see the screen jump around a few times because I don't have it set to capture a specific window, just whatever's on my computer. So you might just see OBS pop up when I'm like double checking that like we're still live and stuff. But other than that, you'll get to see all of the glory, and just to prove that that's really the words that I'm reading were really written. Because if you've never read My Immortal, you're in for it. And you might not believe that this is actually what somebody wrote down. So that's why we're gonna have it here, to let the record show that that's just actually that I was supposed to say all of the words that I've said. All right, okay, I finally flipped the chat to the correct thing. Now I can see you guys. What's up, Ty? What's up, Mike, Kaylee, Colin, Cam? Welcome aboard for this awful ride. I'm gonna do something first that we haven't done like any of the rest of the time, and that's look at the rest of the website that's hosting My Immortal, because I read a little bit of it, and like I guess it had been like scrubbed from the internet previously, rightfully. Like it should have been. So yeah. You know, it might explain it, but I'll give, again, if you've never read My Immortal, this was a Harry Potter fan fiction written in like 2006, heavily influenced by like the emo bands from that time. Like just the whole, I mean, if you remember what 2006 looked like as a teenager, this is going to be very vivid. I'll try not to. Yo, Viper, what's up? Oh, Ty, it's date night. I'm so glad you came to watch me read this for your relationship's gonna be over by the end of the stream. No, you guys have watched me do this before. All right, so terrible Harry Potter fan fiction written in 2006. This person loves Evanescence and My Chemical Romance. So that being said, let's read what they're also, this is 44 chapters long, so tonight I'm reading the first half of it, and then Thursday night we'll be back and I'm gonna read the second half of it, because I can't leave a cliffhanger like that. We can't just not know what happens in this 15-year-old fanfic. But we've done this every year for the last, I think this is year 4 of doing this. So it's really just channel tradition. I did it the first year as a joke, and we got through the first half, and then like the next year I was like, I'll read the second half. Then year 3, I left it up to I put it in like our Patreon monthly vote, and it was like 90% of the votes went to My Immortal. So this year I was like, I'm not even gonna ask, like obviously this is what we're gonna do. But yeah, all right, let's do this. It reads, My Immortal returns. Seeing his fan fiction has no sense of humor and deleted. This was also written in like 2000. Like this website has not been updated since like 2008. So just in case there's a language barrier for phrases like so many great lulls. Seeing his fan fiction has no sense of humor and deleted so many great lulls, this site will be used to host the amazing Terra Gillespie classic My Immortal. For those of you who do not know what My Immortal is, it is in short and most accurately, I'm not reading that word, differently abled. My Immortal is a very loose Harry Potter fanfiction story about Ebony, or Eneby, because it's just spelled wrong for most of the fic. The author does not spell her own character's name right. Ebony, darkness, dementia, raven way. A gothic teenage vampire girl who attends Hogwarts school. To say any more may spoil the lulz. The story is infamous for its horrible abuse to the English language and extreme gothic attitude. And now what you came for, and then it's links to the things. Also, guys, if you find any My Immortal memes like we did last year, because they're everywhere, trust me, feel free to post them in our Discord server. There's a link to the Discord server in the video description. Oh, Ty with the first super chat. All you preps and haters better leave right now. Exactly. Stop flaming, preps. Also, I am gonna take all of the super chats and donate it to. I think the organization is called Mermaids. It's a trans charity in the UK. Cause fuck J.K. Rowling. So, Ty, that $5 is going directly to help people that J.K. Rowling hates. So. That's what we're doing with this stream tonight. So, what else we got? Those who remember My Immortal well should also remember the first few chapters, 1 through 15, were co-written with Raven. Hence, they were spelt better, etc. Okay, spelt with a T. Spelt better, etc. But don't worry, Raven leaves in chapter 16, which is where her character Willow gets expelled from Hogwarts. You know what? That makes so much more sense. The copy on here, I'm pretty sure, is the 100% original version of My Immortal with no edits at all outside those by Raven, which were in the original. This copy includes the Hacker chapter of 39. Well, we'll get there. It'll get explained when we get there. You'll see it Thursday night. Be sure to visit the videos page for more lulz and definitely listen to the best dramatic reading ever. It truly and utterly is guaranteed to be the best on the downloads page. Check out, and there's just wiki pages for it. This has been viewed over 1 million times. This website. Copyright 2008. Okay. Excellent. Yeah, usually we longtime fans of the channel will know we normally just donate all of the money directly to communism, like the specific organization that is communism. But tonight it's all going to stop J.K. Rowling. CS Guitars, Colin, thank you. I'm licking J.K. Rowling. All right. That's gross, dog. When I posted on Facebook, I was like, yo, fuck J.K. Rowling. All my homies would not fuck J.K. Rowling. All right. Now, you know what? I kind of want to look at this other stuff. All right. Their page, I don't know what was on here. I'm assuming this was a video of somebody reading My Immortal. Every single link that they have posted is now dead. That's how old this website is. So, like, that's fun. I'm afraid to look at the downloads page. What is it? Oh, they just have a downloadable version. So you can read it offline. You know, like if your mom needs to use the landline and you can't be online, you can just download their Word doc. What happened to My Immortal? Due to the millions of people giving incorrect information buzzing around the internet, I wish to set the record straight about what happened to the story. My Immortal was submitted and hosted on fanfiction.com, which is the website that we used to read Sonic High School earlier in the year. So it's full of gems. At some point in 2006, and achieved massive popularity. Fanfiction, for some unknown reason, like the website, went on a campaign of deleting various stories from their website in late 2008, and this process appears to still be continuing. My Immortal and the many My Immortal-inspired stories, such as I'm a Wizard, were deleted. To repeat a point, it is at the moment December 4th, 2008. It's unknown to why fanfiction has deleted these stories. Some of these stories were resubmitted on fanfiction, sometimes by their original author, and the vast majority were deleted again. So yeah, this story was like attempted to be scrubbed from the internet like 12 years ago. But here we are. This is all the information that is verifiable. If you know I fanfiction deleted my Immortal and can verify it / have evidence, etc., then please make that information public. Somebody's been paying for this website to be up for over a decade. Theories to why fanfiction deleted my Immortal. Fanfiction are preps. Fanfiction deleted it due to inappropriate content, such as sex scenes or copyright infringement. Fanfiction could not bear to look at such awful abuse of the English language anymore. Fanfiction just wanted to spoil our lulz. So many preps reported it, which links back to point 2 and 1. Either way, be sure to sign the petition. Guys, be sure to sign the petition to get my Immortal back on fanfiction. Until then, this site ensures fanfiction cannot delete this great piece of work from DOS interwebs. And then they sign off with, K thanks, bye. It's all one word. None of it is spelled correctly. I want to see if the petition still exists. Nope. It just redirects you to change.org. Where did... Oh, I almost closed it. It was the same tab. I was looking for the right tab. I don't know if you guys can see it on the stream. I have 19 tabs open. Because that's how my brain works. And it's super unfortunate that it does. So I have 19 tabs open. Thought we almost lost my Immortal. Let me double check something real quick. Okay, cool. That's still going. All good. Everybody take a deep breath. Let's do it. Okay. Before every chapter, there is an author's note, because this was not all written at once. It was written one chapter at a time and submitted to fanfiction. .com, .net, .gov, whatever. I don't know what kind of website fanfiction is. I forget. So in between all of it, like, she would get like comments and feedback, and then get very mad because like none of it was good. Because like, you'll see. Yeah. So there's an author note like defending her work. Between every chapter, so we'll go over that, and that gives us a nice place to breathe. And in between chapters is when I'll try to look at the chat and see what you guys are saying about it, because otherwise I'm gonna be like halfway through a sentence, laugh at something you say, read it, completely forget what's going on. We'll be here for 19 hours. Except this one. How dare I insult such a masterpiece? We're all about to find out exactly how I could insult such a masterpiece. All right, here we go. I'll check back in with you guys at the end of chapter 1. Author's note. Special thanks, get it because I'm gothic, to my girlfriend, ooh, not in that way, Raven, her girlfriend Raven, Bloody Tears 666, for helping me with the story and spelling. You rock. Justin, you're the love of my depressing life. You rock too. My Chemical Romance rocks. That's just thrown in at the end. I'm not really... It's just whatever. Okay, and then we have XXX Temptation. That's it. He's separating the story. Okay, here we go. Hi, my name is Ebony Darkness Dementia Raven Way, and I have long ebony black hair. That's how I got my name, with purple streaks and red tips that reach my mid-back, and icy blue eyes like limpid tears. And a lot of people tell me I look like Amy Lee. Author's note. If you don't know who she is, get the hell out of here. I'm not related to Gerard Way, but I wish I was, because he's a major fucking hottie. I'm a vampire, but my teeth are straight and white. I have pale white skin. I'm also a witch, and I go to a magic school called Hogwarts in England, where I'm in the 7th year. I'm 17. I'm a goth, in case you couldn't tell, and I wear mostly black. I love Hot Topic, and I buy all my clothes from there. For example, I'm gonna try not to interrupt myself while I do this, but I'm gonna try to read it exactly how it's spelled, as I'm sure you could already hear, and also 90% of the, like, you'll notice, but I just wanted to make it known, 90% of this is her describing what the characters look like details that like absolutely don't matter. But that's also one of the reasons why I think it's real. Like, all the time we see shitty fan fiction and it's like, oh, that can't be real. Like, this is obviously somebody like making fun of this. But like, I don't know who would think of that as a trope to be like, that would be funny to write. Like, I'll just describe these fishnets for a paragraph and a half. I don't know. So that's why I think it's real, because like the badness seems so genuine. Where were we? Halfway through describing this outfit. For example, today I was wearing a black corset with matching lace around it and a black leather miniskirt, pink fishnets, and black combat boots. I was wearing black lipstick, white foundation, black eyeliner, and red eyeshadow. Now I feel attacked. I was walking outside Hogwarts. It was snowing and raining. Classic Hogwarts. That kind of sounds like England, though, honestly. So there was no sun, which I was very happy about. A lot of preps stared at me. I put up my middle finger at them. "Hey, Ebony," shouted a voice. I looked up. It was... ... Draco Malfoy. "What's up, Draco?" I asked. "Nothing," he said shyly. But then I heard my friends call me, and I had to go away. That was chapter 1. That was this whole thing describing what she looks like so that she could have a 1-sentence conversation. Spent like a whole week writing this, submitted it just for that. So Lawrence, welcome. You're just in time. You didn't miss anything yet. We're still reading the descriptions of what she looks like. All right, so also, guys, for real, if you aren't aware, this gets like uncomfortably graphic. Well, Sonic High School was probably worse. Sonic High School was definitely worse. So if you made it through us reading Sonic High School, you should be fine. But like, yeah, this gets rough. So I just wanted to like make that clear. Yeah, pink fishnets. The pink fishnets are definitely what made it what made the outfit weird. Ty, whack, whack. That's the sound of the police. I liked how I super chatted that at you in a stream and you were like laughing, and then like it was weirder because like there's obviously like no like audience response, so you just like repeat it and then it's just like dead silent and like nobody in your band knew what was going on, and then you're just like, don't worry about it. Big done. Hot Topic, Amy Lee, red eyeshadow, goth. Exactly. Spelled exactly how you would want it to be. Big Dun has donated $5 Canadian for us to send to mermaids in the UK to fight J.K. Rowling and the... What do I always say? J.K. Rowling and the transphobic tweets. All right. Chapter 2. Author's note. Is... all caps. Is it good? Please tell me, Fangs. Chapter 2. Author's note again. Fuck it. Just put another one right after. Fangs to Bloody Tears 666 for helping me with the chapter. By the way, preps, stop flaming my story, okay? Which means that she only wrote a description of what she looked like, and everyone was like, yeah, this already fucking sucks. So... here we go. The next day, okay, so far, she's like at Hogwarts, I guess, walks up to Draco Malfoy, says hi, immediately leaves. It is now the next day. The next day, I woke up in my bedroom. It was snowing and raining again. I opened the door of my coffin and drank some blood from a bottle I had. My coffin was black ebony, and inside it was hot pink velvet with black lace on the ends. I got out of my coffin and took of my giant My Chemical Romance t-shirt, which I used for pajamas. Instead, I put on a black leather dress, a pentagram necklace, combat boots, and black fishnets on. So, Colin, there you go. It's no longer clashing with the hair. She's got black fishnets on now. I put on 4 pairs of earrings in my pierced ears and put my hair in a kind of messy bun. Just like a little... My friend Willow, author's note, Raven, this is you, woke up and then grinned at me. Sounds psychotic. She flipped her long, waist-length, raven black hair with pink streaks and opened her forest green eyes. She put on her Marilyn Manson t-shirt with a black miniskirt, fishnets, and pointy, high-heeled boots. We put on our makeup, black lipstick, white foundation, and black eyeliner. Obviously. That's it. Okay, so now that we're 2 paragraphs in, we're done. We're done describing what they look like. We can get on with the chapter. Oh my fucking god! I saw you. I saw you talking to Draco Malfoy yesterday. She said excitedly. Yeah, so, I said, blushing. Do you like Draco, she asked, as we went out of the Slytherin common room and into the Great Hall. No, I so fucking don't, I shouted, just screaming fuck in the middle of the hallway. Sure. Yeah, right, she exclaimed. Just then, Draco walked up to me. Hi, he said. Hi, I replied, flirtily. Guess what? He said. What? I asked. Well, Good Charlotte, or I thought it was I remembered it as being My Chemical Romance the whole time. It's been Good Charlotte. Good Charlotte is the recurring theme here. Well, Good Charlotte are having a concert in Hogsmeade, he told me. Oh my fucking god, I screamed. I love Good Charlotte. They're my favorite band, besides My Chemical Romance. Well, do you want to go with me, he asked. I gasped. Chapter 3. True great. Been informed that true greatness requires setup. That's fair. It certainly, most of this fanfic is about the atmosphere. So, like, you might as well spend 2/3 of the time on it. Colin says, doesn't she fall out with her friend halfway through? I think that's my favorite part of this. Yeah, I don't know exactly what happens in real life or in the story, but I think that just like a couple chapters in, her friend like stops editing it or something. For whatever reason. Hold on, I think I bumped my camera before doing this. Maybe. Okay. I just like kept looking over at my phone and it kept just like looking like I was that dude from Home Improvement and I was just like sort of like looking over to read. All right, so more descriptions. You're right. Here we go. Hold on. Tonight's stream is not sponsored by Pacific Punch Monster. But it could be. Monster, get in contact with me. This is obviously the kind of content that you want your name on. Alright. Chapter 3. Author's note. Stop flaming the story preps, okay? Otherwise, thanks to the Gothic people for the good reviews. Thanks again, Raven. Oh yeah, by the way, I don't own Dis or the lyrics for Good Charlotte. I don't own this? What part? Oh no. I just I just accidentally bumped his face away. By the way, I don't own this. I don't know what that's in reference to. Okay, maybe we'll find out. On the night of the concert, I hope this is the chapter with my favorite quote in it. You'll know what it is when we get there. I won't even have to announce it. On the night of the concert, I put on my black lace-up boots with high heels. Underneath them, Jesus Christ. Underneath them, I'm already getting fatigued from reading I'm getting description fatigue. Underneath them were ripped red fishnets. Then I put on a black leather mini dress with all this corset stuff on the front and back. We go for an entire fucking paragraph describing exactly. She puts all this detail into what she looks like and then goes with corset stuff. Like you're on the fucking internet. Just Google the words that you need. On the back and front, I put on matching fishnet on my arms. I straightened my hair and made it look all spiky. I felt a little depressed then, so I slit one of my wrists. I read a depressing book while I waited for it to stop bleeding, and I listened to some Good Charlotte. I painted my nails black and put on tons, all caps, tons of black eyeliner. Then I put on some black lipstick. I didn't put on foundation because I was pale anyway. I feel it. I drank some human blood, so I was ready to go to the concert. I went outside. Draco was waiting there in front of his flying car. Wait, is this the part with the license plate? In front of his flying car. He was wearing a Simple Plan t-shirt. They would play at the show too. Baggy black skater pants, black nail polish, and a little eyeliner. Author's note. A lot faux cool boys were it okay. This is a very progressive piece of literature, I want to call it. Hi, Draco, I said in a depressed voice. Hi, Ebony, he said back. We walked into his flying black Mercedes-Benz. The license plate said 666. and flew to the place with the concert. On the way, we listened excitedly to Good Charlotte and Marilyn Manson. We both smoked cigarettes and drugs. When we got there, we both hopped out of the car. We went to the mosh pit at the front of the stage and jumped up and down as we listened to Good Charlotte. And then it's some Good Charlotte lyrics. I don't own the lyrics to that song, it says right after. Joel is so fucking hot, I said to Draco, pointing to him as he sung, filling the club with his amazing voice. Suddenly, Draco looked sad. What's wrong, I asked, as we moshed to the music. Like, they're, mid-motion, they're trying to, yell that to each other. Then I caught on. Hey, it's okay, I don't like him better than you, I said. Really? Asked Draco, sensitively. And he put his arm around me, all protective. Really, I said. Besides, I don't even... Besides, I don't even know Joel. And he's going out with Hillary fucking Duff. I fucking hate that little bitch. I said disgustedly, thinking of her ugly blonde face. You ever just in the mosh pit and you remember how much you hate that little bitch, Hillary fucking Duff? The night went on really well, and I had a great time. So did Draco. After the concert, we drank some beer and asked Benji and Joel for their autographs and photos with them. We got Good Charlotte concert tees. Draco and I crawled back into the Mercedes-Benz. But Draco didn't go back to Hogwarts. Instead, he drove the car into... And there's 19 dots for suspense. She types like a boomer a lot. There's a lot of, completely unnecessary ellipses. Instead, he drove the car into the Forbidden Forest. And that's the end of chapter 3. Yeah, I feel like you're right that if they didn't pad the story with mostly description, uh, the rest of the awfulness could kill somebody. That's it. So you know what? Maybe she's doing us a favor. I never would have thought that the person that wrote my Immortal was doing any of us a favor. I think you might be right. Chapter 4. This has to be the one with my favorite quote. Hold on, I kind of just want to check. Yes, it is. All right, let's do this. This is my... This is where it goes entirely off the rails. Like, if it hadn't before, so, brace for impact. Yeah, fight for the author's notes. S. Like, where she's not even like, I don't know, where it's just her. It's the most like genuine moments, and we're like, wow, this person still really sucks at what they're doing. Like, this is awful. All right. All right. Author's note. Here we go. I said it's STUP. I said stop flaming, okay? Ebony's name is Ennaby, not Mary Sue. Okay? So obviously people in the comments are calling this person a Mary Sue. Which is weird because they don't appear to have any unrealistic abilities. Like, so far in the story, she's like woken up and gotten herself dressed, and people in the comments were like, unrealistic. Like, I just don't see that happening. So that's weird. I said stop flaming, okay? Ebony's name is Ennaby, not Mary Sue, okay? Draco is so in love with her that he is acting deferent. They knew each other before, okay? Okay. So we're all clear. They knew each other before. The author's note separator now has a 666 written in the middle of it. And that's Shells. I'm so sorry. It only gets worse. This next chapter might actually kill one of us. So we'll see what happens. All right. Draco, I shouted. What the fuck do you think you're doing? Draco didn't answer, but he stopped the flying car and he walked out of it. I walked out of it too, curiously. What the fucking hell? I asked angrily. Ebony, he asked. What? I snapped. Draco leaned in extra close, and I looked into his gothic red eyes, parentheses, he was wearing color contacts, which revealed so much depressing sorrow and evilness, and then suddenly I didn't feel mad anymore. Obviously. And then 8 periods. Suddenly, just as Draco kissed me passionately. A real sentence I had to read. Suddenly, just as Draco kissed me passionately. Draco climbed on top of me, and we started to make out keenly against the tree. He took of my top, and I took of his clothes. I even took of my bra. Then he put his thingy into my you-know-what, and we did it for the first time. Oh, I screamed. I was beginning to get an orgasm. We started to kiss everywhere, and my pale body became all warm, and then... ... What the hell are you doing, you motherfuckers? It was... It's a long pause. Dumbledore. Chapter 5. So this adult man finds these kids doing who knows what in the woods, because it wasn't really clear. I mean, it tried to be, but like, I don't know. They could have been doing anything at this point. And his immediate response is, "What the hell are you doing, you motherfuckers?" Motherfuckers is also spelled wrong. Just want to throw that out there. That was my first introduction to my Immortal, was just like memes that said, "What the hell are you doing, you motherfuckers?" And so then like I googled that phrase to like see what it was from, and they were like, it's from an internet classic, and that's how I think that's how I discovered my Immortal. But yeah, good lord. What the actual fuck did I witness? I don't know. You and Dumbledore both saw something. Lawrence, I rate it 3 corsets out of corset. That's technically true. I don't. Yeah. Don't worry. There will be plenty more corsets. I'm sure. Yeah. I don't know. This story's full of red flags. You ever just bring a girl into the woods and she's just fucking mad the entire time, and then you're like, we should definitely, like, obviously, like, this is the mood for it. You're screaming at me in my car, and you don't know where you are, and this is the moment. This is what should happen here. All right, chapter 5. Author's note: stop flaming. If you flam, it mends or a prep or a posser. The only reason Dumbledore swore is cause he the only reason Dumbledore swore is cause he had a headache, okay? And on top of that, he was mad at Dem for having sex. P.S. I'm not updating until I get 5 good revoys. I think I just had a stroke. Like, I don't smell burning toast, but like the toast is burning in all of our hearts. So like, why did she need an added excuse of why he was yelled? Like, she's like, also he was mad at Dem for having sex with 2 exes. Why did she need to add that he had a headache? It seems reasonable to get annoyed if you're an employee of the school and you find people fornicating, I assume, on school property. Didn't need a headache. I don't know. That's just me. That's just maybe I'm a prep. Okay, but I feel like it wasn't necessary. So there's still a 666 in the X divider. So I believe it now X 666. That's how you read it. It's just white noise of the mouth. Here we go. Chapter 5. Nah, I need more energy. Like, this is the 4th time reading it, and just shit like Dumbledore only swore cuz he had a headache. Like, still gets me. Like, it's brand new. All right. Dumbledore made Draco and I follow him. He kept shouting at us angrily, as opposed to like politely. He's just like screaming real nice. You ludicrous fools, he shouted. And I think it's spelled like the rapper. I haven't really had to spell ludicrous often. I started to cry, tears of blood down my pallid face. Draco comforted me. When we went back to the castle, Dumbledore took us to Professor Snape and Professor McGonagall, who were both looking very angry. They were having sexual intercourse in the Forbidden Forest, he yelled in a furious voice. Why did... The attempts at insults and anger in general in this, still hysterical. Again, 4 years later, still hysterical, because Professor McGonagall asks, why did you do such a thing, you mediocre dunces? I feel like mediocre dunces is going to end up in a super chat later. How dare you, demanded Professor Snape. And then Draco shrieked, because I love her. Everyone was quiet. Dumbledore and Professor McGonagall still looked mad, but Professor Snape said, fine, very well. You may go up to your rooms. Draco and I went upstairs while the teachers glared at us. Are you okay, Ebony? Draco asked me gently. Yeah, I guess. I lied. I went to the girls' dorm and brushed my teeth and my hair, and it's really important to know that. Hygiene's important. I'm glad it's still part of this story. Everything else, even when everything else around it, it's terrible. Glad it's promoting proper hygiene. Brushed my teeth and my hair and changed into a low-cut, black, floor-length dress with excuse me, I'm ruining the integrity of the story, with red lace all around it and black high heels. When I came out... ... Draco was standing in front of the bathroom, and he started to sing I Just Want to Live by Good Charlotte. I was so flattered, even though he wasn't supposed to be there. I think they're in the girls' dorm right now. Unless she was just in a public bathroom brushing her teeth, which wouldn't be the weirdest thing to happen yet. He wasn't even supposed to be there. We hugged and kissed. After that, we said goodnight, and he reluctantly went back into his room. End of chapter. Oh, Ty, thank you for the super chat. Again, going directly to a charity organization to combat J.K. Rowling. So, greatly appreciated. And Ty says, I am smoking cigarettes and drugs to fix my headache. Like, I have heard someone in real life say smoke drugs, but like they did it like as a joke, because like I was just at a show and they were like, all right, I'm gonna go smoke drugs in the parking lot, and like they really did go to do that, but like I feel like that's not really what they say when they're like, feel like they might have been saying it to be funny. I don't know. I didn't know them that well, which was a weird thing to alert me of. Then I'm like, I don't really know you, and he's like, okay, I'm gonna go smoke drugs in the parking lot. It's kind of like whenever I was in college, we used to say that we were gonna do some beers, like instead of drink, like I don't know, because normally people are like, let's do shots, and we're like, yo guys, you want to do some beers? And like no one even thought it was weird. Like, everyone's just like, yeah. I was like, okay, you've done enough then. Like, no one, I don't know. It's just, it was a super, the first time I heard somebody say it, like, it was just super, like, weird for me to hear. Like, I had to think about it a little. Like, I was like, what are you trying to tell me? And then we said it to other people because we thought it was funny, and they were just like, yeah. And we're like, okay. I flatlined for a few there. Yeah, I felt like I was going to. Beautiful. Excellent. I'm glad you guys are all hanging in there, because, what the fuck? Alright, chapter 6. Colin's gonna do some beers. Let me know in the chat if you're doing some beers, and how many beers you will do. Chapter 6. Author's note. Shit. I think that's the noise from that one Vine where the lady sees the fake rat and just like looks over. It's like, I think that's how you spell it. S-J. Sorry. Whoa. Again, don't want to ruin the integrity of this story. S-H-J-T. Shit up, preps. Okay? P.S. I will not update until you give me good revals. Let's get this lady some good revals. Guys, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Hit the bell button so that you actually see what happens in the future, because you know they're not going to tell you if you don't hit the bell button. Join our Discord server. It's in the video description. Smash the super chat button so that we can send it to help trans people in the UK before J.K. Rowling gets to them. All right, chapter 6. The next day, I woke up in my coffin. I put on a black miniskirt that was all ripped around the end and a matching top with red skulls all over it and high-heeled boots that were black. I put on 2 pairs of skull earrings and 2 crosses in my ear. I spray painted my hair with purple. In the Great Hall, I ate some... In the Great Hall, I ate some Count Chocula cereal with blood instead of milk and a glass of red blood. Suddenly, someone bumped into me. All the blood spilled over my top. Bastard! I shouted angrily. Really natural response to that happening. I regretted saying it when I looked up, because I was looking into the pale white face of a gothic boy with spiky black hair with red streaks in it. Oh my god, she ran into Family Jewels from YouTube. It's just the YouTuber. That's it. That's all I got from Boston, I guess. He was wearing so much eyeliner that I was... Hold on. Now I'm having a stroke. He was wearing so much eyeliner that I was going down his face and he was wearing black lipstick. If anyone knows what that means, feel free to give your interpretation in the chat right after you're done Googling who Family Jewels is so that you can get that joke. He didn't have glasses anymore. Wonder who this could be. He didn't have, like... You ever just meet someone new and you're like, hey, you don't have glasses? And we're like, it's not really the standard. He didn't have glasses anymore, and now he was wearing red contact lenses just like Draco's, and there was no scar on his forehead anymore. He had a manly stubble on his chin. He had a sexy English accent. Feel like Colin's about to disagree loudly in the chat. He looked exactly like Joel Madden. And I don't know what they look like, so I'm imagining John Madden, because that's the first Madden I could think of. He was so sexy that my body went all hot when I saw him. I forgot about this part. He was so sexy that my body went all hot when I saw him, kind of like an erection. Only I'm a girl, so I didn't get one. You sicko. I feel like me existing, I can debunk everything that just happened in that sentence. Guys, let me know if you've ever let me know if you've ever gotten an erection that was burning hot. You know, like they are. We've just been informed. Oh my god. Okay. I'm so sorry, he said in a shy voice. That's all right. What's your name? I questioned. She knows. She knows. She knows who he is. Okay. "What's your name?" I questioned. "My name's Harry Potter, although most people call me Vampire these days," he grumbled. "Why?" I exclaimed. "Because I love the taste of human blood," he giggled. "Well, I am a vampire," I confessed. "Really?" he whimpered. "Yeah!" I roared. I'm just imagining them like throwing their head back like a lion or something. Like, yeah! We sat down to talk for a while. Then Draco came up behind me and told me he had a surprise for me. So I went away with him. We're now at chapter 7. Shells, that's the only thing that I can. Your explanation makes complete sense. So maybe the eyeliner is just like it's a continuation, like he's got like a Gene Simmons thing happening, and it connects, downward the entire way down his face. Oh, Aaron's here. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I guess my brain tried to completely wipe the knowledge of burning hot erections from my memory, like within seconds of reading it. You said that time you banged a toaster oven. Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah, Komodo, she might just have the drips. Like if her erection is burning, that's probably what it is. Chapter 7, which this one has a chapter title none of the other ones have. I haven't just been like skimping out on you guys and not reading the chapter titles. They haven't had one until chapter 7, which is entitled Bring Me to Life, with the number 2, Harry Potter and the Kidney Stones. And the chamber of we should have kept this entire story a secret. Good God. Aaron, you missed them banging in the woods. I think that's what they were doing. It wasn't really clear. It tried to be. That's it. I'm sure you'll see. I'm sure it'll go back downhill. Author's note. Well, okay, you guys, I'm only reading this because I got 5 God reviews. And by the way, I want to write the next chapter till I get 10 God Vons. I don't know why she's Swedish in the author's notes. Stow flaming or ill report you? Ebony isn't a Marie Sue, okay? She isn't perfect. She's a Satan-itz. And she has problems. She's depressed for God's sake. You ain't gotta get depressed just for God. I'm sure there's better ways to... Alright. Let's dive back in to the hellstorm of chapter 7, Bring Me to Life. Draco and I held our pale white hands with black nail polish as we went upstairs. I was wearing red Satanist sings on my nails in red nail polish. I don't know what that means. Author's note. See, does that sound like a Maru Sue to you? I don't know what it was trying to disprove, and I don't know why it started to sound like a Dr. Seuss rhyme. But here we are. I waved to Vampire. Dark misery was in his depressed eyes. I guess he was jealous of me, that I was going out with Draco. Anyway, I went also. I don't even think it needs to be stated, but this story gets some really dated views on sexuality and everything else. We'll find out. We'll find out. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's fine. Anyway, I went upstairs excitedly with Draco. We went into his room and locked the door. Then dot 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 dot. Oh, this is incredible. This might be better than The Woods. This might be, and by better I mean this might be more poorly written. We started Frenching passively. And we took off each other's clothes enthusiastically. He required details. He felt me up before I took of my top. Then I took off. She spells off right the next time she uses it. Took of my top. Then I took off my black leather bra, and he took off his pants. We went on the bed and started making out naked, and then he put his boy's thingy in mine, and we had sex. It's in all caps. Had sex. And then in parentheses, C, is dat stupid? Kind of, yeah. I don't know why that's I don't know why that's at the end. I don't know. You ever just make out passively? Like you're trying to like do something else, like you're washing the dishes or something, but like as your side hustle while you're doing that, you're just making out passively. Oh, Draco, I screamed while getting an orgasm, when all of a sudden I saw a tattoo I had never seen before on Draco's arm. It was a black heart with an arrow through it. On it, in bloody gothic writing, were the words vampire. So it's one word that is words. The words vampire. Maybe it just says vampire like 6 times. That wouldn't be the weirdest detail so far. I was so angry. You bastard, I shouted angrily, jumping out of the bed. No, but you don't understand, Draco pleaded, but I knew too much. No, you fucking idiot, I shouted. You probably have AIDS anyway. Apparently this was written in 1986. I put on my clothes all huffily and then stomped out. Draco ran out, even though he was naked. He had a really big you-know-what, but I was too mad to care. You ever just like rage so hard that... I wonder if it was burning. I stomped out and did so until I was in Vampire's classroom, where he was having a lesson with Professor Snape and some other people. Vampire Potter, you motherfucker, I yelled. It's the end of the chapter. I don't know why they titled it Bring Me to Life. I'm not sure that had anything to do with anything. That's it. Chapter 8 does not have a title. It's just chapter 8. How you guys doing over here? All caps sex. Dang, they mean it. Yeah, it was an intentional moment. Should have been Bang Me to Life. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. That was better than the entirety. Like, I mean, like I was saying the other night, like really low bar that this writing has set, but that was definitely better than all 44 chapters of of my Immortal. Komodo says, I think this inspired Twilight. Something awful had to have, so... And it looks, yeah, you guys also like to French passively. French me to life passively, of course. Like, it's not an actively made decision. Oh my god. Okay. Oh, Shells, it only gets worse. Like, now the bar is pretty high. The bar is low for like quality, but the bar is high for like how much worse could it get? It does. That's all I got. It does. I don't even think we're at the... There's like a pet... yeah. No, I think that'll be on Thursday that we get to the part where there's like a pedophile with a gun, and I don't know. It really... We'll get there. You'll see. You'll see. It's much worse than you ever imagined. Yeah. Can I put my boy thingy in yours? And then it's like the simp fingers, which I like to imagine. Well, I don't like to. Sometimes. Which I like to imagine. This was like the boy thingy. It's called docking. Trying to go inside each other. Thank you, Komodo. Astrobeat, yeah, there's a chapter where the account gets hacked and the preps start writing the story. It gets incredibly meta. We'll get there. Vampire Potter, you motherfucker, I yelled. Chapter 8. Author's note. Stop flassing, okay? If you do, then you are a prep. Let it be known. The S key is nowhere near the M key. So when she meant to say stop flaming and wrote stop flassing, I really don't know why. I really don't know why. I don't know how that happens. Like, that's intentional. The 666 in the divider has just shifted inexplicably to the right, which means she's not just copying and pasting this every time from the previous chapter. She's just mashing the X button, the X key, over and over again. I mean, the whole story reads like somebody was just mashing the keyboard over and over again. So what does it matter? Okay. Everyone in the class stared at me. She's just busted into a classroom to yell at Harry Potter, if you don't remember. Everyone in the class stared at me, and then Draco came into the room, even though he was naked, and started begging me to take him back. Ebony, it's not what you think, Draco screamed sadly. Just imagine like, Aah! That's like a sad scream. I don't know. I'm doing my best with the material I've been given here. I know that a lot of us watching tonight follow like pro voice actors, and I'm sorry that I don't have that kind of range to scream sadly. I also don't want to do that directly into a microphone, but if Gilbert Gottfried was in the story, we'd be killing it. We'd be slaying it right now. But no sad screams. My friend Bloody, there's an apostrophe in it for no fucking reason, as far as I can tell. So it says Bloody Mary, but I'm pronouncing it B-Luddy, like she's a SoundCloud rapper. My friend Bloody Mary Smith smiled at me understatedly. She flipped her long waist-length gothic black hair. That's Raven, right? Bloody Mary, that's supposed to be her friend Raven, the person that's allegedly editing this for spelling. She flipped her long waist-length gothic black hair and opened her crimson eyes like blood that she was wearing contact lenses on. Like she was wearing the lenses on the blood. She had pale white skin, that she was wearing white makeup on. Oh, I don't think this is Raven. This appears to be Hermione. Gothic character, because then the next sentence just jumped to Hermione was kidnapped when she was born, seemingly out of nowhere, unless we just use our like fucking huge brains to assume that Bloody Mary is Hermione's like Zanga profile name or whatever. Hermione was kidnapped when she was born. Her real parents are vampires, and one of them is a witch. But Voldemort killed her mother, and her father committed suicide because he was depressed about it. I think that might be the most realistic part of the story. She still has nightmares about it, and she is very haunted and depressed. It also turns out her real last name is Smith, and not Granger. Okay, that's an important detail. Since she has converted to Satanism, she is in Slytherin now, and not Gryffindor. Important distinction. Oh, these insults get even better. What was the last one? Mediocre dunces? This might be better than mediocre dunces. Brace for it. What is it that you desire, you ridiculous dimwit? Snape demeaned angrily in his cold voice, but I ignored it. See, okay. I should have practiced. I should have practiced an Alan Rickman impersonation. But I didn't think about it. I'm sorry. I didn't know. I did know. I knew he was in the story.
Why don't you start reading like Bernie?
I don't want to do that. Vampire, I can't believe you cheated on me with Draco, I shouted at him. Everyone gasped. I don't know... Hold on. Okay. I think it just switched perspectives, or they forgot to put quotation marks. Everyone gasped. I don't know why Ebony was so mad at me. I had went out with Vampire. I'm bi, and so is Ebony. For a while, but then he broke my heart. He dumped me because he liked Brittany, a stupid preppy fucker. We were just good friends now. He had gone through horrible problems, and now he was gothic. That's the rite of passage for it. They won't let you, they don't let you buy, eyeliner in certain quantities unless you've gone through horrible problems. It's like when you try to, try to buy, like, cough medicine, and they're like, I need to check your ID to make sure that you're 18 so that you're not, like, using this to cook meth at your house. Same shit back in the day with eyeliner. They were like, look, I'm going to need a reference from your therapist, before I can sell this to you. But I'm not going out with Draco anymore, said Vampire. Seems reasonable. I don't know. I'm not either. So, yeah, fucking right. Fuck off, you bastard. I screamed. I ran out of the room and into the I ran out of the room and into the Forbidden Forest, where I had lost my virility to Draco. And then I started to bust into tears. Holy shit. I completely forgot that we used to say that in the Discord server all the time. Bust into tears. Cam, your name was like... I think was just bust into tears for like a while. Where she lost her virility and started to bust into tears. I'm like out of breath after reading that last paragraph. Oh my god. What are you guys up to? How's everyone hanging in there? Oh my lord. Oh, Gunderslam's here. What's up? Jake said Megatron's lesser known subordinate. Sad scream. Oh my god. Yeah, the fact that the fan fiction, Colin said that the rewriting of established characters is real beautiful. Yeah, the fact that it's not like normally people write fan fictions because they're like, I have a story like, I want to make characters in this universe. And she was like, I do, but I also want it. Despite using most of her time to describe what they look like, she's like, I don't want to think about what they look like. I want that to already be established. I'll just write new personalities. And then I'll also use several paragraphs per chapter to describe what they look like. So no, that makes complete sense. Shell says, Ebony seems like the girl who says, I'm bi, but I'd never date a girl. Like, bruh, pick a struggle. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, Cam's confirmed his username was the Discord Camboy busting into tears. What a time that was. Yeah, Cam, there's zero reason for any of this to be in the Harry Potter universe. It really is completely irrelevant. Like, to everything. Like, I don't think that magic is involved. Like, period. Like, this could have taken place in Sonic High School. And like, you wouldn't have to change. You just have to like hit Control F and like find every instance that said Hogwarts and replace it with Sonic High School. And this could have easily happened in any universe. Hot Topic would sell less if this was canon. All right, let's try our best. Everyone take a deep breath. Chapter 9. Author's note. Have I read the Harry Potter story written by the Christian mom? No, I haven't. That sounds maybe worse than this. Author's note. Stop flaming, okay? I didn't read all the books. This is from the movie, okay? So it's not my fault if Dumbledore swears. Besweezeds. Come on, guys. Besweezeds, guys. I said he had a headache. Come on now. And the resin snap doesn't lick Harry now is 'cause he's Christian and Vampire is a Satanist. My Chemical Romance rocks. That's how you should end every paragraph. Oh my god. Yeah, I think you guys are right. There is no proof that this and Sonic High School don't exist in the same universe. I really want to read Sonic High School again. Maybe the start of next year we'll go back. It has to be like a long enough gap that we kind of like forget some of the details, but I don't know. I enjoy the fan fiction nights. So if you guys have awful fan fictions, feel free to throw them out there. Mike, our very own Mike Wazowski, actually wrote like 1,000 or so words of a Shrek fanfic that we wanted to get Colin to read with us, so that Shrek had an authentic accent in the reading. We might do it. It's like not long enough that we could do it for like, a 3-hour stream. But like I might just record us reading it and then upload it. Just have like a 15-minute video of a 15-minute video of some custom Shrek fanfic with a real Scotsman. Which is like, I don't know. I do like just got done doing a video with Colin that should be out. I'm assuming it's out on Halloween because it's Halloween themed. He's like, all right, what do I owe you for your time? And I'm like, we're gonna read Shrek fanfic together, dude. Like, don't like You'll get me back. It's fine. All right. Chapter 9. Oh yeah, we already read the author's note. 'Cause My Chemical Romance rocks. That's how it ends. Chapter 9. 666 is still not centered in the divider. I was so mad and sad. I couldn't believe Draco for cheating on me. A real phrase that people use. I began to cry against the tree where I did it with Draco. Then all of a suddenly, an horrible man with red eyes and no nose and everything started flying towards me on a broomstick. That's my favorite verse from Highway Star by Deep Purple. With red eyes and no nose and everything. He didn't have a nose. Basically like Voldemort in the movie. And he was wearing all black. But it was obvious he wasn't gothic. It was Voldemort. He's basically like Voldemort in the movie. It was Voldemort. Why? Like, why? Okay. It's fine. No! I shouted in a scared voice. But then Voldemort shouted, imperious, and I couldn't run away. Crookshanks! I shouted at him. Was that like a curse that she had? That's the name of Hermione's cat in the book, and she like cast it like a spell. Maybe she just like threw a cat at him. She's like paralyzed. It's like, I can't move. Crookshanks, I shouted at him. Voldemort fell of his broom and started to scream. I felt bad for him, even though I'm a sadist. So I stopped. Ebony, he yelled, thou must kill Vampire Potter. I thought about Vampire and his sexy eyes and his gothic black hair and how his face looks just like Joel Madden, except we all know what these are all based on the characters in the movie, so like we know what Daniel Radcliffe looks like, but now he looks like Joel Madden or John Madden. I remembered that Draco had said I didn't understand, so I thought, what if Draco went out with Vampire before I went out with him and they broke up? Yeah, I don't know. What if? Like, no, Voldemort! I shouted back. Voldemort gave me a gun. No, please! I begged, like, take it, like, no! Thou must, he yelled. If thou does not, then I shall kill thy beloved Draco. That's his voice now, I've decided. How did you know? I asked in a surprised way. Not reading some of these words. Voldemort got a dude, you're so not very bright look on his face. I hath telekinesis, he answered cruelly. How could you read my mind? I have telekinesis. Oh my god. I'm about to have what was the phrase from earlier? Eyeliner going down my face to my black lipstick, or whatever the whatever was said earlier. I don't know why to show that I did like the DBZ solar flare, but like that's what it was when your eyeliner is running. All right. Oh, Alex is here. Excellent. Alex, I'll have to get you in on a fan fiction reading sometime, like over Discord, so you can read it with me. That's how I did Sonic High School. But I feel like we could just do some good voices. if we knew what we were getting into in advance, we could just pick which characters we're gonna be. Where were we? Oh, I hath telekinesis, he answered cruelly. And if you doth not kill vampire, then thou know what will happen to Draco, he shouted. Then he flew away angrily on his broomstick. So she's just like standing there in the woods with a gun and is like, I was so scared and mad. I didn't know what to do. Suddenly, Draco came into the woods. Draco, I said. Hi. This is after this episode of her like screaming at him and he is running through the school naked. She's like, hey. Hi, he said back, but his face was all sad. He was wearing white foundation and messy eyeliner, kind of like a pentagram. He was wearing white foundation and messy eyeliner, kind of like a pentagram. Get it? Between Joel Madden and... I hate this person. I hate this person. I hate them more than I did 10 seconds ago, which I thought, again, bar was high. Bar was high. She said pentagram instead of cross. Like a pentagram between Joel Madden and Gerard Way. I'm sitting here with my dumb chimp brain trying to think of how you do your eyeliner kind of like a pentagram. And I almost motioned to it again with the solar flare. Kind of like a pentagram between Joel Madden and Gerard Way. I'm going to hurt myself. Probably shouldn't have said that as a joke in Minecraft. I'm going to hurt myself in Minecraft because of this story. Are you okay? I asked. No, he answered. I'm sorry I got all mad at you, but I thought you cheated on me. I expelled. That's okay, he said, all depressed, and we went back into Hogwarts together, making out. Wow, like, passively, I assume. That was the side hustle. While they were walking, they were just making out while they made their way back there. Chapter 10. How are you guys holding up? Guys, remember to like the video, subscribe, hit the bell button. All that good YouTube stuff. Join our Discord server. It's in the video description. You can come post my Immortal memes with us. I'm so broken by this story. Yeah. Alex, I'm so glad you're here to witness this firsthand. Cam, did I really? I get stopped up by the pentagram every time. The sentence makes no sense. Without knowing, yeah, I'm gonna have to skip some words in the author's note. I'm gonna passively skip the words in the author's note. Shells, if there's anything that I've learned about the greater gay community, is that you can totally be gay and be homophobic. It's really weird. Like, I don't know how they manage, but it's pretty possible. It's not a get out of jail free card. Author's note. Stop it, you people. Stop it, you people. If you do not lick my story, then fuck off. P.S. It turns out Bloody Mary isn't a muggle, a furt all, and she and vampire are evil. That's why they mobbed houses, okay? Again, I don't know why. I don't know why they're Danish in the author's note. I'm just... Divider still has 666 not in the set. All you'd have to do is fucking count how many X's you type. That's it. And then just use the same. You don't even have to count. You just type a bunch. Type 666, copy all the X. I hate it. It's making me like irrationally mad. Chapter 10. So they've just got back to Hogwarts. They just got back to Hogwarts after making out on the way there. She still has a gun. She's just holding a gun this whole time. I was really scared about Vlodmort all day. I was even upset. I was even upset, went to rehearsals with my gothic metal band, Gothic Bloody Rose 666. A very normal sounding band name. I'm the lead singer of it, and I play guitar. People say that we sound like a cross. Why didn't she say pentagram this time? We sound like a cross between Good Charlotte, Slipknot, and My Chemical Romance. I don't want to hear that. The other people in the band are Bloody Mary, Vampire, Draco, Ron, although we call him Diabolo. That's not how you spell. That's no. I'm checking this right now. Is it really a? Hold on. It's a. Obviously, she meant to say Diablo, like the devil. But a Diabolo is a Chinese yo-yo. So you ever play Tales of Symphonia? And the little kid has the yo-yo. That's what it is. That's the Diabolo. This is absolutely draining. All right. Yeah, this is Ron. Although we call him Chinese Yo-Yo now. He has black hair now, with blue streaks in it. And Hargrid. Hargrid is in the band also. Only today, Draco and Vampire were depressed, so they weren't coming, and we wrote songs instead. I knew Draco was probably slitting his wrists. This is a really important detail that'll probably come up again in like the next 5 minutes. I can't remember. I knew Draco was probably slitting his wrists. He wouldn't die, because he was a vampire too. And the only way you can kill a vampire is with a CROSS. There's no way I'm writing that. Really? There's no way you're writing cross? Are you fucking sure? Ebony? Darkness? You've never written cross before? There's no way I'm writing that. Or a steak. A slab of meat. And Vampire was probably watching a depressing movie like The Corpse Bride. Classic Vampire. I put on a black leather shirt. Okay. Put on a black leather shirt that showed off my boobs and tiny matching mini skirt that said Simple Plan on the butt. I hope that's not a real item that was ever for sale. You might think I'm a slut, but I'm really not. That's fair. You're allowed. We were singing a cover of Helena, and at the end of the song, I suddenly bust into tears. Ebony, are you okay? Bloody Mary asked in a concerted voice. What the fuck do you think? I asked angrily. I think that's been the most human interaction this entire story so far. The fuck do you think? I asked angrily. And then I said, well, Voldemort came, and the fucking bastard told me to fucking kill Harry. But I don't want to kill him because he's really nice. Even if he did go out with Draco. But if I don't kill Harry, then Voldemort will fucking kill Draco. I burst into tears. Suddenly, Draco jumped out from behind a wall. I'm just looking around for like walls in my house that you could jump out from behind, like not like jump like through the doorway or something, just like there's just a wall like somewhere in this room. Obviously that's the weird part and the inconsistent part of this story, not that Voldemort was reading minds with telekinesis or any of the rest of this. Suddenly Draco jumped out from behind a wall. "Why didn't you fucking tell me?" he shouted. "How could you?" All right, we're getting some top tier insults again. "How could you fucking poser muggle bitch?" I remember one time they said muggles on the news, like in real life. They were talking about Harry Potter, and they called people muggles, and I don't know, it sounded like a slur when they said it. Like, it was, like, uncomfortable, honestly. And then she says, "See, is that out of character?" Is it? Let me know in the chat if that's out of character. I started to cry and cry. Draco started to cry, too, all sensitive. Then he ran out crying. We practiced for 1 more hour. They just have this fucking emotional episode. And then they're like, "Yeah, we should probably get back to band practice." Like, obviously they've never had a band practice if they got super off track and then went back to what they were supposed to be doing. Not what happens. We practiced for 1 more hour. Then suddenly Dumbledore walked in angrily. His eyes were all fiery. And I knew this time it wasn't because he had a headache. "What have you done?" He started to cry wisely. "See, that's basically nut swearing, and this time he was really upset, and you will see why. Ebony Draco has been found in his room. He committed suicide by slitting his wrists. I want to refer you to earlier in this same chapter. Quote, I knew Draco was probably slitting his wrists. He wouldn't die because he was a vampire too, and the only way you can kill a vampire is by not slitting the wrists. He is now dead. From the exact way that she previously described that you could not kill him. He's now dead from exactly that. And we're on to chapter 11. How you guys holding up? Brian, what's up? Welcome. Ty makes a really good point. Until they describe him as clothed, he's still naked. They do put a lot of time talking about what they're wearing. So like, if he was wearing clothes, I think it would have been brought up. So Draco's naked. He's now just found dead naked in his room by an old wizard who for some reason is breaking into kids' rooms. We're not going to touch that one any further. Yeah, the inconsistency with what she even gets wrong is like hilarious, because like you'll see her do it right. Like I think it was Mike that said it. Yeah. Mike mentioned that she knows it's burst into tears and will still write bust into tears. Maybe she's lactating. I don't know. Anything's possible. All right. Brian said I would have busted into tears if I couldn't make it to this holiest of streams. Shells, I can't tell you that this was a troll because nobody knows. I was kind of saying it earlier that like I really don't know. Like when we were reading Sonic High School, I believe one, that Aang can save the world. Two, that Sonic High School is a troll story. I think that Sonic High School is a troll story, and it's somebody who read other fanfics and then tried to write a fanfic as if they were a 12-year-old. But, like, this, I'm just not sure. It gets incredibly meta at one point. We'll find out on Thursday, because I think it's a late chapter. It gets super fucking meta. I don't know. I'm very sure this is real. And I will reject all evidence that it's not, because I want to believe in my heart that this is real, that this is a genuine story. Because remember, again, this was written in 2006, so, like, I believe it. I believe that this could have been written by a 12-year-old in 2006. It has all the elements. We're like, yo, body reported, Draco's dorm room. Like, all right, well, I was at band practice, and Chinese Yo-Yo saw me at band practice, so, like, I know we're good. But, like, Dumbledore, did you self-report this Draco body? Because, like, Draco shouldn't be able to die. So, like, what happened, dog? Yeah, Gunderslam, I agree. This feels like very authentic. This feels very authentic. Let's continue. Oh, we're halfway through for tonight, so we're a quarter of the way through the entire story. There's still kind of only barely a plot. Chapter 11. Author's note: I said stop flaming, you preps. See if this chapter is stupid. 11111. It delves with really see for yourself. I don't know. SP see for yourself. Oh, it's supposed to say so. It's supposed to just be a completely different word, and they didn't type it. So see for yourself if it's stupid. Brr. It's BRW. Brr. Thanks to my friend Raven for bleeping me. Raven, why did you bail on the author's notes, dog? I'm mad at Raven now. I'm less mad at author's name is allegedly Tara. I'm less mad at Tara. I'm furious with Raven, because Raven seems to know better. No! I screamed. I was horrified. Bloody Mary tried to comfort me, but I told her, fuck off, and I ran to my room, crying myself. Dumbledore chased after me, shouting. Okay, so Dumbledore is now sprinting through the girls' dorm, screaming. Chased after me, shouting, but he had to stop when I ran. Oh. I'm sorry. Silly me. My issues with the realism of the story were immediately addressed. Dumbledore chased after me, shouting, but he had to stop when I went into my room because he would look like a perv that way. I'm glad that was clarified. Anyway, I started crying tears of blood, and then I slit both of my wrists. They got all over my clothes, so I took them off and jumped into the bath angrily while I put on a Linkin Park song at full volume. This has to be real. It has to be real. I grabbed a steak, like the piece of meat, and almost stuck it into my heart to commit suicide. I was so fucking depressed. I got out of the bathtub and put on a black low-cut dress with lace all over it, sandly. Maybe it's an itchy dress. I put on black high heels with pink metal stuff on the ends and six pairs of skull earrings. I couldn't fucking believe it. Me either. Where the fuck do you have space for 6? I couldn't fucking believe it. Oh, wait, no, I think we're at the... I thought the pedophile part was later. Guys, content warning. Pedophiles. Then I looked out the window and screamed. Snap was spying on me, and he was taking a videotape of me, and Lupin was masticating to it. I'm sure he was just tucking in his shirt. I don't know. Lupin said he was just tucking in his shirt, so maybe that's what he was doing. They were sitting on their broomsticks. I don't think that's a euphemism. I think they're really flying on a broomstick outside. Ew, you fucking pervs, stop looking at me naked. Are you pedos or what? I screamed, putting on a black towel with a picture of Marilyn Mason on it. I'm assuming he's the Dollar General version of Marilyn Manson. Or what did I say the other day? I was like, yeah, I don't know any stores in the UK, so I guess Marilyn Mason is like the Tesco version of Marilyn Manson. Suddenly, Vampire ran in. So Vampire's in the girls' dorm, breaking into the fucking bathroom if he hears noises that are too loud, which is a lot to unpack. Suddenly Vampire ran in. Abracadabra, he yelled at Snape and Lupin, pointing his womb. I took my gun and shot Snape and Lupin a gazillion times. And they both started screaming, and the camera broke. Suddenly, Dumbledore ran in. Ebony, it has been revealed. So he's just breaking into the fucking bathroom. He's like, hey, I don't want to go in there. I would look weird. I'd look weird going into the girls' dorm room. So then he fucking breaks into the bathroom. Very normal. Maybe this is why J.K. Rowling is so afraid of stuff like this happening, because it's in her universe that people are just breaking into the fucking bathroom. Ebony, has been revealed that someone has... No! He shouted, looking at Snape and Lupin, and then he waved his wand, and suddenly... Oh my god. This is my favorite fucking part. Top 10. Hagrid ran outside on his broom and said, everyone, we need to talk. What do you know, Hagrid? You're just a little Hogwarts student. I may be a Hogwarts student. Hagrid paused angrily, but I am also a Satanist. That's one of my top 10 lines. It's one of my top 10 lines. Top 5, easily. What the hell are you doing, you motherfuckers? And I may be a Hogwarts student, but I'm also a Satanist. They're in my top 5. We'll see if we run into any more that I'd like to put up on that pedestal with them. This cannot be, Snap said in a crisp voice as blood dripped from his hand where Dumbledore's wand had shot him. I feel like the gun probably shot him a little more effectively than the wand. It's fine. So Snape is bleeding out on the ground from gunshot wounds and a magical spell blast in his hand. This cannot be, Snap said in a crisp voice as blood dripped from his hand where Dumbledore's wand had shot him. There must be other factors. You don't have any, I yelled in madly. I don't understand what's happening. Oh yeah, like this is the part I'm confused about. I don't know what discussion is happening, but they're all like face deep in it, and like they forgot to write the beginning of the conversation. There must be other factors. You don't have any. Lupin held up the camera this has to be fake. This has to be fucking fake. Or they're like trying to be funny. He held up the camera triumphantly. Like an elephant would with its trunk. The lens may be ruined, but the tape is still there. Why would you... He's like in front of his boss, and he's like, yes, the CP is intact. Like, what? Okay. No, that's a very normal interaction for adults to have. Totally. It's totally not... Okay. I felt faint, more than I normally do. Like how it feels when you do not drink enough blood. Y'all know what it does, how it is. Like when you don't drink enough blood in the day and you start to feel a little weird. Why are you doing this? Lupin said angrily while he rubbed his dirty hands on his cloak, which I think is supposed to be cloak, but it could be another word with a C, O, and K in it, and I'm really not sure. And that's all part of the fun of the mystery. I have no idea what's going on. They're having like a conversation that they didn't like. They're having the end of a conversation. Like I don't know what's being discussed right now. I'm so fucking confused. And then I heard the words that I had heard before, but not from him. I did not know whether to feel shocked and happy or to bite him and drink his blood because I felt faint. Because no, seriously, like I'm going to go back. I'm going to read only like what they were saying so that like we can see just how little fucking sense this conversation makes. Hagrid ran outside on his broom and said, "Everyone, we need to talk." "What do you know, Hagrid? You're just a little Hogwarts student." "I may be a Hogwarts student, but I'm also a Satanist." "This cannot be. There must be other factors." "You don't have any." "The lens may be ruined, but the tape is still there." "Why are you doing this?" Because Hagrid said, and he paused in the air dramatically, waving his hand in the air. Then swooped he in, singing to the tune of a gothic version of a song by 50 Cent. And that's one of my other top 5 quotes from the... Swooped in, singing to the tune of a gothic version of a song by 50 Cent. "Because you're gothic?" Snap asked in a little afraid voice, because he was afraid it meant he was connected with Satan. "Because I love her." That's the end of the chapter. So that made no fucking sense. So half of the staff at Hogwarts are pedophiles, and they were trying to film an underage girl, also known as a child, were shot repeatedly with a gun. Were shot by their boss with an eldritch blast. Hagrid starts singing a 50 Cent song and confesses his love. Yeah, I don't know what else would happen. I don't know what else would happen in this kind of story. That it's so obvious. Like we all saw this coming. All right, how are you guys doing over here? Oh yeah, you guys are right. She's like, so I put on this dress, and then people are like filming her, and then she puts a towel on over the dress. The author's having just as difficult of a time following the story as I am, I think. So good for her. I mean, like, hey, at least that's consistent, that nobody knows what's going on in the story. All right. Yeah, this reading needs some dramatic Phil Collins drum fills. For like that we just for every gigantic ellipses. It's like because do. It would really help the aesthetic. Brian, nobody says that more drugs weren't involved in the it's not explicitly stated, and they explicitly state a lot of stuff in this story, so I feel like one of the author's notes would just be like, yo, I'm high as hell. And like, that'd be it. That'd be the whole author's note. Be like, Raven, I love you. Thanks for editing my spalooling. Chapter 12. Author's note. Stop faying. Stop faying, okay? Hargrid is a pedo too. Oh yeah, he's a whole ass adult still, and like that's weird. The dots are the drums in tab notation. You're correct. That's what all these ellipses are. It's just a tom roll. Stop faying, okay? Hagrid is a pedo too. A lot of people in American schools are. That's probably true. A lot of people in American schools are like that. I wanted to address the issue. This is obviously the time and place. How do you know Snap ain't Christian? Plus Hagrid isn't really in love with Ebony. That was Cedric, okay? That was not like okay, as if the rest of this has been complete thoughts. That absolutely wasn't. Hold on. Oh, it's not telling. Oh, we've made $20 in super chat revenue that I'm gonna send to a trans charity in the trans organization in the UK to try to combat the damage that J.K. Rowling has done to that community over there. So if you super chat me tonight, like other people generously have, that's what's happening. So just wanted to update that. I hadn't checked what our total was at, and then I'm probably just gonna match it. Like I'm probably gonna send the same amount. All right, so chapter 12. I was about to slit my wrists again with the silver knife that Drago had given me in case anything happened to him. The fuck does that mean? He had told me to use it valiantly against an enemy, but I knew that we must go together. No, I thought, and then the thoughts in her head are in all caps too. No, I thought it was hair grid, but it was vampire. He started to scream. Oh my fucking god, no, my scar hurts. Which she previously stated he does not have. And then his eyes rolled up. You could only see his red whites. I stopped. How did you know? How did you know what? I saw it, and my scar turned back into a lightning bolt. No! I ran up closer. I thought you didn't have a scar anymore. Okay, consistency. I appreciate this. I shouted. I do, but Chinese yo-yo changed it into a pentagram for me, and I always cover it up with foundation. That's fair. He said back. That was a complete coherent chain of events. I appreciate that. Thank you, Tara. Anyway, my scar hurt, and it turned back into the lightning bolt. Save me! Then I had a vision of what was happening to Draco. No, that literally just is in the middle. My scar hurt and it turned back into the lightning bolt. Save me. Then I had a vision of what was happening to Draco. Wolfmort has him. Sorry, I forgot. Happening to Draco. Wolfmort has him bondage. Okay. Anyway, I was in the school's nurse's office. Okay, so she's like about to kill herself. Somebody comes in. Oh, Jake, thank you for the super chat. I can feel it scarring in the air tonight. Yeah, Hagrid was stated to be a student. Hey, maybe he was held back a few years. I don't know. I believe this is chapter 12. Okay, so they just have this dramatic conversation. And then she goes, anyway, I was in the school nurse's office. Crying. This is hilarious. Anyway, I was in the school nurse's office now, recovering from my slit wrists. Snap and Lupin and Horrid were there too. They were going to St. Mango's after they recovered because they were pedophiles, and you can't have those fucking pervs teaching in a school with with lots of hot girls. Okay, I'm not gonna address anything that we just heard there. Dumbledore had constipated the Zindios camera. They took of me naked. I put up my middle finger at them. Anyway, Hagrid, after this paragraph about the pedophile reform, the next one starts with, anyway, Hagrid came into my hospital bed holding a bouquet of pink roses. "Ennaby, I need to tell you something," he said in a V-serious voice. What's the V stand? Giving me the roses. "Fuck off," I told him. "You know I fucking hate the color pink anyway, and I don't like fucked up preps like you," I snapped. Hagrid had been mean to me before for being gothic. "No, Ennaby," Hagrid says, "those are not roses." "What, are they goths too, you poser prep?" Are the roses goths? I asked because I was angry that he had brought me pink roses. Yeah, you established that previously when you said, "I'm angry you brought me pink roses." "I saved your life," he yelled angrily. "No, you didn't," I replied. Yeah, this is super in the time frame. "You saved me from getting a Paris Hilton pee video made from your shower scene and being viewed by Snap and Lupin, who masturbated. See, is that spelled wrong? Yes, it is. To it," he added silently. Oh, like, is that Hagrid saying, like, she's like, "There's that video and Snape and Lupin were watching it," and he's like, they was jacking off too. "Whatever," I yelled angrily. He pointed his wand at the pink roses. "These aren't roses." He suddenly looked at them with an evil look in his eye and muttered, with no quotes, "Well, if you wanted honesty, that's all you had to say." "That's not a spell, that's a My Chemical Romance song," I corrected him wisely. "No, it's just warming up my vocal cords." Then he screamed. I'm gonna assume it's in Latin. For all you cool gothic My Chemical Romance fans out there, that is a tribute, especially for Raven. I love you, girl. And then it looks. Oh, I'm not okay. They just literally wrote the letter O after every single word. Yeah, okay. All right. Okay, I'm catching on. I'm starting to figure this out. 12 chapters in. We got this. And then the roses turned into a huge black flame floating in the middle of the air, and it was black. Now I knew. He wasn't a prep. Okay, I believe you. Now what the fuck is Draco? I'll do you one, but why is Draco? Hagrid rolled his eyes. I looked into the balls of flame, but I could see nothing. "You see, Ennaby," Dumbledore said, who's there now, I guess, watching the two of us watching the flame. "To see what is in the flames. Haha, you reviewers flames, get it? You must find yourself first, 'kay? "I have found myself, okay, you mean old man," Hagrid yelled. Dumbledore looked shocked. I guess he didn't have a headache, or else he would have said something back. Hagrid stormed off back into his bed. "You are a liar, Professor Dumbledore." They're so mad about dialogue that I don't think was written. I don't know. I don't think that any of this is actually explained. They're constantly just having the tail end of a conversation. Anyway, that's how every paragraph has started this chapter. Anyway, when I got better, I went upstairs and put on a black leather mini dress that was all ripped on the ends with lace on it. There was some corset stuff on the front. I'm glad we're bringing that back. Then I put on black fishnets and black high-heeled boots with pictures of Billy Joe Armstrong on them. The black high-heeled boots have pictures of Billy Joe Armstrong on them? I put my hair all out around me so it looked like Samara from The Ring. If you don't know who she is, you're a prep, so fuck off. And I put on blood red lipstick, black eyeliner, and black lip gloss. Is that a thing? Is that... Am I dumb for not knowing that you can... That somebody would put on red lipstick and then also black lip gloss? You look kawaii, girl, Bloody Mary said sadly. You look kawaii. Fangs, you do too, I said sadly too. But I was still upset. I slit both of my wrists, feeling totally depressed, and I sucked all the blood. I cried again in my bathroom and put the shades on so Snap and Lupin couldn't spy. Oh, she closed the curtains. Couldn't spy on me this time. I went to some classes. Vampire was in the hair of magical magic creatures. Sounds like a very real thing. He looked all depressed because Draco had disappeared, and he had used to be in love with Draco. He was sucking some blood from a Hufflepuff. All right. Hi, he said in a depressed way. Hi back. Both words are in the quotes. I said in an wickwily said way. Raven is losing it. Raven is not proofreading this anymore. We both looked at each other for some time. Harry had beautiful red gothic eyes, so much like Draco's. Then, wait, they're in the classroom right now, right? Vampire was in the hair of magical creatures, magical magic creatures. I'm assuming that's a class, because it also said she went to some classes. They're in a class right now, right? We both looked at each other for some time. Harry had beautiful red gothic eyes, so much like Draco. And then... Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. The Phil Collins drum fill. We jumped on each other and started screwing each other. All right, my concerns were addressed. I don't know, I don't have faith in this story to not come back and explain all the inconsistencies that I'm dumb for thinking that they forgot what's going on. Stop it now, you horny simpletons, shouted Professor McGoggle, who was watching us, and so was everyone else. Guys, I don't know. Realistically, what would Professor McGonagall's gotta be like 60? She's like a fucking senior citizen, right? Just trying to teach this class. And then two of your students just like start going at it. Like, how do you get them to stop? Like I don't actually know what a normal response. I guess stop it now, you horny simpletons is like really maybe the best knee-jerk reaction you could have. Like, I don't know. Like, it's a magic school. You wouldn't just like call the police to break it up or something. Because like I feel like that's what you would do if you were like in a store or something. Like if you were somewhere in public and people were just like boning, you'd be like, I guess we'll just call the police and let them handle this. I don't know. This fanfic asks the tough questions. Vampire, you fucker, I said, slapping him. Stop trying to screw me. You know I loved Draco, I shouted, and then I ran away angrily. Just then he started to scream. Oh my fucking god, no! My scar hurts! And then his eyes rolled up. You could only see his red whites. Yeah, I feel like we did this. Wait a minute. Yeah, no, we did do this before. They copied and pasted a previous... No, I ran up closer. I thought you didn't have a scar anymore. I shouted, I do, but Chinese Yo-Yo changed it into a pentagram. Voldemort has him bondage. Yeah, they literally just... They literally just copied and pasted from a okay, so pretend that didn't happen in a previous chapter. Pretend it happened right now. I guess that's where we're at in the story, chapter 13. Let's see how you guys are hanging in there. We got Jake's super chat. I can feel it scarring in the air tonight. Yeah, that's Colin's right. That's an inconsistency in the story. Very beginning of the story, she's like, I'm wearing pink. 12 chapters in, just fucking forgets. That's not canon anymore. She never wore this pink. She hates pink. It means you're a prep. It is a real thing? Putting on one color of lipstick and then putting lip gloss. Is it like an outline? Is it like lining around it with it? Or is it just like literally over top and it just sort of like is like half opaque so you can just like sort of like see the red under it? I need answers. I already Googled too much looking up if a diabolo was a new word. I can't spend too much more time on it.
What's your question?
In this great piece of American literature, it was describing what she looked like. And she was like, I put on red lipstick, and then like listed some other things, and then was like, I put on black lip gloss. And I was like, do you do that? Is that a thing that people do?
It makes like
Just putting on both?
Well, it depends if you do it right.
Well, I'm sure they didn't, but like, let's pretend that they did it right, yeah.
Sometimes people will like put the black just like on the outside to do like an ombre thing, and then
yeah, that's what I
it
was
just
asking.
makes like a darker red.
Okay, yeah, that was.
I think it kind of looks like shit sometimes. To be honest.
I'm sure it has high potential to look like shit. That sounds like a pro gamer move.
Yeah, it makes it like vampy.
Well, some of us learned something today, which is not what I thought was going to happen. Reading Harry Potter fan fiction. I guess we're getting a what do I want to say? An example posted in our Discord server. So, guys, you should join us in our Discord server. It's in the video description. And be sure to like the video and subscribe, hit the bell button, all of that fun stuff so that you know when we're streaming next. Except we stream every Tuesday and Thursday. We're streaming the rest of this story because we're not going to get through it all in one night. So Thursday, more My Immortal. Friday, Kim's streaming Splatoon. There's a Halloween Splatfest. So I think it's Trick versus Treat.
Yeah.
Is that the... Let's come watch her on Friday night. Defend the honor of one of those factions. Whichever one's purple. I agree.
I like being purple.
That's a solid choice. All right. Where are we? Chapter 13. Special thanks to Raven, my Gothic's blood sister. What the fuck? You're supposed to writ this. Hey Raven, do you know where my sweater is? And then it cuts off. That's classic Raven. That's so Raven. All right, chapter 13. Just kidding. There's a second author's note. Raven. Thanks for gelping me, agent. I'm sorry I talk poster of Gerard, but that guy is such a fucking sex bomb. Preps, stop flamiginging. I really feel like I'm doing a disservice to the Danish language reading these authors' notes, but that's how it was written. So, chapter 13. Vampire and I ran up the stairs looking for Dumbledore. We were so scared. Dumbledore! Dumbledore! Okay. We both yelled. Dumbledore came there. What is it that you want now, you despicable snobs? He asked angrily. He must have a headache. Volsmort has Draco, we shouted at the same time. He laughed in an evil voice. No, don't. We need to save Draco, we begged. No, he said meanly. I don't give a darn what Voldemort does to Draco. Not after how much he misbehaved in school, especially with you, Ebony, he said while he frowned looking at me. Besides, I never liked him that much anyway. Then he walked away. Vampire started crying. My Draco, he moaned. Author's note. Author's note, don't you fic gay guys are lick so hot. Okay. It's okay, I tried to tell him, but that didn't stop him. He started to cry tears of blood. Then he had a brainstorm. I had an idea, he exclaimed. What? I asked him. You'll see, he said. He took out his wand and did a spell. He's gonna do some beards, guys. Did a spell. Then suddenly, we're in Voldemort's lair. We ran in with our wands out, just as we heard a croon voice. There's a specific way that I wanted to read the next part, and I'm not gonna do it. This entire fan fiction has been insensitive enough, so... We ran in with our wands out just as we heard a croon voice say, "Allah Cadavra." It was. Voldemort. Chapter 14. Oh my god. Kim, that is a really missed opportunity, setting your senior quote to, "Hey Raven, do you know where my sweater is?"
We're not allowed to do senior quotes.
That sucks, dude. Mine was I think it was do a barrel roll. It was some Star Fox quip. I think that's what it was. I think it was do a barrel roll.
No, I told them what I wanted to do, and they were like, no. I mean, none of us were allowed to, but they're like, well, we did it in the past, and it didn't go over well, and I'm like, I was going to be a death threat to Mr. Christie, so I'm glad that you didn't let me do that.
Well, that's... Yeah, man, it's almost gone, dude. Alright. Chapter 14. Author's note. Fuck off, preps, okay? Raven, thanks for helping again. I'm sorry I couldn't update, but I was depressed and I had to go to the hospital because I slit my wrists. P.S. I'm not updating till you give me 10 God Revoice. Okay. Oh, they have a content warning. The rest of this has been fine. The rest of this has been a very normal thing. But just so we're clear, guys, warning, some of this chapter is extremely scray. Viewer excretion advised. So we're all prepared. Give you a second. If anyone needs to look away, this is your chance. We ran to where Voldemort was. It turned out that Voldemort wasn't there. How do you run to where... Okay. Turned out Voldemort wasn't there. Instead, the fat guy who killed Cedric was. Who the fuck is that? Instead, the fat guy who killed Cedric was. Draco was there crying tears of blood. Snaketail was torturing him. Vampire and I ran in front of Snaketail. Rid my sight, you despicable preps, he shouted as we started shooting him with the gun. He then suddenly looked at me and he fell down with a lovey-dovey look in his eyes. This is all one word. Ebony, I love you, will you have sex with me? He said. In this, he is 16 years old, so he's not a pedophile, okay? Okay. Glad that was clarified. Huh? I asked. That's fair. That was all one word. He probably said it really quick. Oh, and then he says it using the spacebar. NB, I love you. Will you have sex with me? Asked Snaketail. I started laughing crudely. What the fuck? All right, that's a pretty normal response. What the fuck? You torture my boyfriend and then you expect me to fuck you? God, you are so fucked up, you fucking bastard, I said angrily. Then I stabbed him in the heart. Yeah, like as a warning. Then I stabbed him in the heart. Blood poured out of it like a fountain. No! He screamed. He started screaming. Yeah, that's... He started screaming and running around. Then he fell down and died. I burst into tears sadly. Snaketail, what art thou doing? Called Voldemort. Then he started coming. We could hear his high heels clacking to us. All right. Yeah, this is a very progressive fanfic. So we got on our broomsticks and we flew to Hogwarts. Okay, so they teleport in. And then they had brought their broomsticks with them, and then they don't teleport out. They just fucking fly away. Okay, sure. Yeah, that's the weird part of the story. That's the inconsistent part of the story, obviously. So we got on our broomsticks and flew to Hogwarts. We went to my room. Vampire went away. There I started crying. All right. This next paragraph is like proof. Okay? Like Draco's clearly not gay, cuz like this is incredibly straight person. So, vampire went away. There I started crying. What's wrong, honey? Asked Draco, taking off his clothes so we could screw. So she's like crying in her room. And he's like, this is the time. This is now. He had a sex pack. Get it? 'Cause he's so sexy. And a really huge you-know-what and everything. I don't know what everything is. So it's so unfair. I yielded. Why can't I? It's so unfair. I yielded. Why can't I just be ugly or plain like all the other girls and preps here, except for Bloody Mary? Because she's not ugly or anything. Just want to clarify. Why would you want to be ugly? I don't like the preps anyway. They are such fucking sluts. Says Draco, who thinks that this emotionally distraught girl was gonna have sex with him. Yeah, but everyone is in love with me. Like Snape and Lupin took a video of me naked. Hagrid says he's in love with me. Vampire likes me. And now even Snaketail is in love with me. Snaketail is dead. Why is he on the list? Like, that's a non-issue at this point. I just want to be with you, okay, Draco? Why couldn't Satan have made me less beautiful? I shouted angrily. Author's note. Don't... What?
I said mood.
Oh. I thought you said dude. And I was like, what? Don't worry. Author's note. Don't worry. Ennaby isn't a snob or anything, but a lot of people have told her she's pretty. Okay, well now we know. Now we have the realism aspect. I'm good at too many things! Why can't I just be normal? It's a fucking curse! I shouted, and then I ran away. So now Draco's just like hanging out naked in her bedroom, I guess. And she's just nowhere to be found. Chapter 15, Burger King foot lettuce. Let's see how you guys are doing. Yes, pick a struggle, please. Please, please, please. Oh my god. I like how the picking the struggle thing, and then like in reference people be like, damn me for having these like socially accepted forms of beauty. I like when people are like well, for two different reasons. Like people will be like the same thing where they're like, why am I so attractive? This is so terrible. Because they'll be like, oh no, why are my titties so big? Like it's so bad. Like I hate it. I'm like, all right. And then they're like, 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 I got all this back pain. I'm like, you're also just like 32. So like you'd probably have it anyway. Like, I would like you might as well have both at that point. Like, it's really not worth the Facebook post. I want to add that. Chapter 15. Author's note. Stop flaming, okay? By the way, you suck from now on. You suck from now on? By the way, you suck from now on. Every time someone flams me, I'm gonna slit my wrists. Thanks to Raven for Hlepiane. Thanks, Raven. You're the glue holding this together, Raven. We appreciate you. Chapter 15. Ebony, shouted Draco sadly. No, please come back. But I was too mad. Whatever, now you can go and have sex with a vampire, I shouted. I stormed into my room and closed my black door with my blood red key. Weren't they already in her room? It had a picture of Marilyn Manson on it. The door, the key. He looked so sexy in a way that reminded me of Draco and Vampire. Because the first thing that I think when I think of Marilyn Manson and how he looks like a goddamn mutant is like, yes, this is the pinnacle. I started to cry and weep. I took a razor and started to slit my wrists. I drank the blood, all depressed. Then I looked at my black Good Charlotte watch and noticed it was time to go to biology class. So they had this, like, they traveled to Voldemort's lair, shot someone with a gun, stabbed him in the heart, teleported. It's just like 2 p.m. Like, that was just like an average Wednesday afternoon for them. I put on a short, ripped, black gothic dress that said Anarchy on the front in blood red letters and was all ripped, and a spiky belt. Under that, I put on ripped black fishnets and boots that said Joel all over them with blood red letters. These are definitely real items that exist. I put my ebony black hair out. Anyway, I went downstairs feeling all sad and depressed. As usual, I did some advanced biology work. I was turning a bloody pentagram into a black guitar. I think she made like alchemy. Suddenly the guitar turned into Draco. Like for wait, what? Enemy, I love you, he shouted sadly. I do not care what those fucker preps and posers think. You're the most beautiful girl in the world. Before I met you, I used to want to commit suicide all the time. Now I just want to fucking be with you. I fucking love you. Then he started to sing "The Chronicles of Life and Death," which is in quotes, which means it's really spelled like that. We considered it our song now because we fell in love when Joel was singing it right in front of the entire class. His singing voice was so amazing and gothic and sexy, like a cross between, and then just names like 6 unrelated artists. Author's note: Don't you think DOS guys are so hot? If you do not know who they are, get the fuck out on her. Goes for everyone watching. Oh my fucking god, I said after he was finished. Some preps stared at us, but I just stuck up my middle fingers that were covered in black nail polish and were entwined with Draco's now. Just like, at them. I love you, I said, and then we started to kiss, just like Hilary Duff. Parentheses, I fucking hate that bitch. And CMM in a Cinderella story. I'm now too far removed from 2006 to know what that stands for. Then we went away holding hands. Lupin shouted at us, but he stopped because everyone was clapping by how sexy we looked together. Then All right. Then I saw a poster saying that My Chemical Romance would have a concert in Hogsmeade right then. We looked at each other all shocked. And then we went together. Okay. It's the end of the chapter. Yeah, Jake, I think she was using the Philosopher's Stone to turn JPEGs into guitars or something. Like, I don't. And then into Draco, yeah, that's the confusing part. That's the part of the story that doesn't make any fucking sense. We found it. We can all go home. We figured it out. Chapter 16. We got, what, 5 or 6 chapters left for tonight. And then I'll be back Thursday to read the rest of this shit show. That's it. I'll be back Thursday to read the rest of this shit show. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, hit the bell button. Join our Discord server. It's in the video description. Here we go. Chapter 16. Author's note. You know what? Shut up, okay? Prove to me your nut preps. Raven, you suck, you fucking bitch. Give me back my fucking gin sweetie. You're supposed to writ this. Raven, what the fuck, you bitch? You're supposed to do this. By the way, thanks to Brittany5655 for teching my Japanese. Thanks, Brittany. Now you're the glue that's holding this whole thing together. It's fucking incredible. All right. Yeah, Mike, I think you're right. If we just read the author's note, like it itself was a continuous story, I'm sure it would have equivalent entertainment value to the real story. All right, chapter 16. We ran happily to Hogsmeade. There we saw the stage where Good Charlotte had played. We ran in happily. My Chemical Romance were there playing Helena. I was so fucking happy. Gerard looked even sexier than he did in the pictures. Even Draco thought so. I could totally see him getting an erection, but it didn't matter, because I knew that we were the only true ones for each other. I was wearing a black leather mini dress and black leather platinum boots with red ripped fishnets. Draco was wearing a black baggy My Chemical Romance t-shirt and black baggy pants. Anyway, I just like how every single transition is just like, anyway. We started moshing. We Frenched in the middle of the pit, I assume. Or while physically shoving into people. They were just like, they were locking tongues at the same time. We ran up to the front of the band to stage dive. Suddenly, Gerard pulled off his mask. So did the others. We gasped. It wasn't them at all. It was. ... Oh yeah, Shells, you're right. Draco finally has clothes again. They finally talked about what he was wearing. I was able to read that in the dramatic pause. It was Voldemort and the Death Dealers. What the fuck, Draco? I'm not going to a concert with you, I shouted angrily. Okay, so they're at the concert, and then she's like, no. Not after what happened to me last time, even if it's My Chemical Romance, and you know how much I lick them. What? 'Cause he gadgeted uncomfortable. He what? Oh, I think it's supposed to be fidgeted. He gadgeted uncomfortably because guys don't like to talk about you know what. Yeah, because I yielded in an angry voice. We won't do that again, Draco promised. This time we're going with an escort, which is in all caps. Okay. I'm just gonna assume that, yeah. They're going with an, they won't bang because Draco has an escort. Okay. Oh my fucking god, what the fuck? And then just a slash. Are you giving in to the mainstream? I asked. So I guess you're a prep or a Christina or what now? No! He muttered loudly. Are you becoming a prep or what? I shooted angrily. Enemy, I'm not. Please come with me. He fell down to his knees and started singing The World is Black by Gunderslam. I was flattened. Because that's not even a single. He had memorized the lyrics just for me. Okay, then I guess I'll have to, I said. And then we Frenched for a while. And I went up to my room. Bloody Mary was standing there. Oh, okay, that's a Japanese word. I'm not going to try to say it because I don't speak Japanese and I'm going to ruin it. She said happily. She specs Japanese, so do I. That means, how do you do in Japanese? Nope, you know what? I said we weren't going to Google more stuff. I need to know. It's already on Japanese. Was I translating? Means nice to meet you. Honestly, that's closer than what I thought. So, how is that the most accurate part of this story? Anyway. She specs Japanese, so do I. That means how do you do in Japanese. By the way, Willow, that fucking Bloody Mary isn't. I thought Bloody Mary was Raven's insert character. Willow is Raven's insert character. By the way, Willow, that fucking poser, got expelled. She failed all her classes and she skipped math. Author's note: Raven, you fucking suck. Fuck you. Moving on. It serves that fucking bick right. I laughed angrily. Well, anyway. We were feeling all depressed. We watched some gothic movies like Das Nightmare before Xmas. Maybe Willow will die too, I said. Kawaii. Bloody Mary said. Like she said it like hell yeah. Bloody Mary shook her head. She shook her head and energetically lethargically. You know, just like two completely contradictory adjectives. Energetically like it was like really fast, but like her head was like lolling around like she was like a baby with no neck muscles and like couldn't support her gigantic brain. Oh yeah, have a confession. After she got expelled, I murdered her, and then Lupin did it with her, 'cause he's a neckphalac. Kawaii, I commented happily. We talked to each other in silence for the rest of the movie. Sure, that's not the weirdest thing that was said in the last 5 seconds. So yeah, sure, they talked to each other in silence for the rest of the movie. Oh, hey, by the way, I'm going to a concert with Draco tonight in Hogsmeade with My Chemical Romance. Okay, so I think this is one of the times, again, in the story that, like, they did the whole concert scene. Wasn't supposed to happen yet. It was like copied and pasted accidentally from a different part of the story. So I think that hasn't happened yet. So we're probably going to get there and then skip it because we already read it. Going to a concert with Draco tonight in Hogsmeade with My Chemical Romance. I said I need to wear like the hot set outfit Eva. Just pilot the Eva enemy. Or else Draco will have to do it again. Alright, Bloody Mary nodded. Energetically. Oh my fucking god, totally. Let's go shopping. In Hot Topic, right? I asked, already getting out my special Hot Topic loyalty card. No. My head snaped up. What? My head spween. I could not believe it. Bloody Mary, are you a prep? No, no, she laughed. I found some cool gothic stores near Hogwarts, that's all. Who told you about them? I asked, sure it would be Draco or Chinese Yo-Yo or Vampire. Don't even say that name to me. Or me. Wait, I wondered who told her. Maybe it was me. Okay. Dumbledore, she said. Let me just call our Brahms. Oh my fuck god. Dumbledore? I asked quietly. It's in all caps. She asked it quietly. She's like, oh my fuck god. Yeah, I saw the map for Hogsmeade on his desk, she told me. Come on, let's go. We were going in a few punk goth stores, specially for the concerts in Hogsmeade. Okay. The salesperson was, oh my god, hotter than Gerard, except not, because that's impossible. And he gave me a few dresses. We only have these for the real goths. The real goths? Me and Bloody Mary asked. Yeah, you wouldn't believe how many posers there are in this town, man. Yesterday, Lupin and Snap tried to buy a gothic camera pouch. A real thing that exists that would be sold in a clothing store. I didn't even know they had a camera. Oh my fucking god, no, they're gonna spy on me again, I cried, running out of the changing room, wearing a long black dress with lots of red tulle coming out, and very low cut with a huge slit. Oh my Satan, you have to buy that outfit, the salesperson said. Yeah, it looks tautly hot, said Bloody Mary. You know what? I am gonna give it to you free because you look really hot in that outfit. Hey, are you gonna be at the concert tonight? He asked. Yeah, I am actually. I looked back at him. Hey, by the way, my name's Ebony Darkness Dementia Terra Way. Oh, because her name used to be Raven, named after her friend Raven. I now know 100% for sure. And now she's replaced Raven with just her real name again, with Terra. So her name is, and it's spelled completely fucking wrong, Ebony Darkness Dementia Terra Way. What's yours? Tom Ridd, he said, and ran a hand through his black dyed hair. Maybe I'll see you there tonight. Yeah, I don't think so, because I'm going there with my boyfriend Draco, you sick perv, I yelled angrily, but before he could beg me to go with him, Hagrid flew in on his black broom, looking worried. Oh my fucking god, Ebony, you need get back into the castle now! Chapter 17. How's everyone doing out here? Mike, imagine flattening someone with the power of your voice. Oh my god. Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. Yeah, ASL stands for American Sign Language. Yeah, which they're speaking in England. In the woods in England, that's where it would be most normal to use American Sign Language. Yeah, you know, Snap and Lupin with their gothic camera case. Is it just black? Like, is that what makes it? Like, I don't understand. Chapter 17. Raven's fucking dead. I wonder what's gonna happen in this author's note. Author's note. I said stop flimming the strio. If you're a prep then did not read it, you can tell whether you're a prep or not by my quiz. It's on my homepage. Oh, we took this quiz last year too. I think we were all preps. If someone wants to find the quiz and post it in Discord so that we can all take that and find out if we're preps, please go for it. I know that it's findable. I think Cam found out that he's a prep. I think that's what he learned last year from this story. If you're not, then you rock. If you are, then fook off. Piz Willow. That's gotta just be an English phrase, you know, the Piz Willow. Piz Willow isn't Relia Prep. Revan, please do this. I'll promise to give you back your poster. Fair. Chapter 17. Tom Riddle gave us some clothes and stuff for free. He said he would help us with makeup if he wanted. He said he would help us with makeup if he wanted, because he was really into fashion and stuff. He's bisexual. Hagrid kept... oh my god, I totally read that wrong. Hold on. Hagrid kept shooting at us to come back to Hogwarts. Accidentally skipped a few words in my head there. What the fuck, Hagrid? I shouted angrily. Fuck off, you fajucking bastard. Maybe that's just Danish. I don't know. There's a J right after the F. Well, anyway, Willow came. Hagrid went away angry. Wait, that Willow is... that's Raven. That's Raven's character. Raven's dead. Well, anyway, Willow came. Hagrid went away angrily. Hey, bitch, you look kawaii, she said. Okay, so her and Raven, I guess, are friends again, and Raven's character Willow is back in the story. So I guess I'm assuming she's also changed her name back from Tara to Raven. Hey, bitch, you look kawaii, she said. Yeah, but not as kawaii as you, I answered sadly, because Willow's really pretty and everything. She was wearing... okay, glad we clarified. She was wearing a short black corset thingy with blood red lace on it, and a black blood red... it's black and it's blood red at the same time. Miniskirt, leather fishnets, and black pointy boots that showed off how pale she was. Okay. She had a really nice body with big bobs and everything. She was thin enough to be anorexic. Thank you for clarifying. This is how middle-aged dudes write their D&D characters. Like, this is awful. So are you going to the concert with Draco, she asked. Yeah, I said happily. I'm going with Chinese Yo-Yo, she answered happily. Well, anyway, Draco and Diabolo came. They were both looking extremely hot and sexy, and you could tell they thought we were ought too. Diabolo was wearing a black t-shirt that said 666 on it. It's gotta be a real item that's sold. I'm sure we could probably actually still find one out there. It's probably on Teespring. He was wearing tons off makeup, just like Marilyn Manson. Draco was wearing black leather pants, a gothic black Good Charlotte t-shirt, and black Vans he got from the Warped Tower, which I'm assuming is a building in Hogwarts. Bloody Mart was going to the concert with Dracula. Dracula used to be called Naval, but it turned out he was kidnapped at birth, and his real family were vampires. This is a really common theme here tonight. They died in a car crash. Naval converted to Satanism, and he went goth. He was in Slytherin now. He was wearing a black warped t-shirt, black jeans, and shoes, and black hair with red streaks in it. We call him Dracula now. Okay, so now she's spelling Dracula correctly. Okay. Well, anyway. We all went to Draco's Black Mercy Benz. Get it? Because we're... Gothic isn't even spelled. Gapific. That his dad Lucian gave him. We did... Okay, so they're headed to this event in the Mercedes-Benz that somebody's dad bought them, and in the car they did pot, coke, and crack. You ever just fucking smoke crack on your way to the My Chemical Romance concert? Draco and I made out. Isn't he driving? Made out. We made fun of Dos' stupid fucking preps. We soon got there. There's a pause. Agapst. Gerard was the sexiest guy ever. He locked even sexier than he did in pics. He had long... Is this the part that we... Yeah, this is the paragraph we already read. Where he takes off his mask. Wait, hold on. Everyone ran away but me and Draco. Draco and I came. It was Voldemort and the Death Dealers. So it wasn't My Chemical Romance. It was people in costume. It was Voldemort and the Death Dealers. You moronic idiots, he shooted angstily. Enemy, I told you to kill vampire. Thou have failed, and now I shall kill thou and Draco. No, no, please. We begged sadly, but he took out his knife. He's a fucking evil wizard, and he's like, I should kill these kids manually. Suddenly, a gothic old man flew in on his broomstick. He had long black hair and a long black beard and a long jacket. He was wearing a black robe that said Avril Lavigne on the back. He shot at a spell. And Voldemort ran away. It was Dumbledore. Chapter 18. We're close to the halfway point, guys. What are you guys, how y'all holding up? Brian said this story's making me question my resolve to dye my hair. Purely because I never want to be associated with this story ever. That's honestly that's kind of fair. Oh yeah, Cam, we're calling Diablo, cause okay, so we're assuming that they meant to say like Diablo, like, you know, the devil, but they keep spelling it with an extra O, and I googled it, and a Diabolo, the word that they're spelling is a Chinese yo-yo. We're learning all kinds of stuff today. Oh, Colin, that sounds like a fucking top tier local band moment. Trying to get free stuff for a music video for a song they hadn't written yet. That's fucking brilliant. First, like, why do the work if someone's gonna send you the free stuff before you do the work? Why would you waste your time? Why would you waste your time doing the work? Like, I think they found the greatest loophole in music history. They're like, yo, people give bands free stuff. What if we were just technically a band to get the free stuff? Like, why? Like, it's so simple. Like, I never thought to try that, but I think I'm going to. All right, chapter 18. Author's note. I said stop flaming. If you do, then you're a fucking prep. Thanks to Raven for the help and stuff. You rock. And you're not a prep. Thanks for my suitor. I'm assuming that's sweater. P.S. The odor Essen Dumbledore swore is 'cause he trimmed to be gothic, so dare. Well, I'm glad that was cleared up. I was concerned. Okay, hold on. So Dumbledore breaks into the fucking concert wearing an Avril Lavigne cloak, shoots Voldemort, and Voldemort leaves. And then they're like, yeah, we don't need to really tie up that loose end because I woke up the next day in my coffin. I walked out of it and put on some black eyeliner, black eyeshadow, blood bed lipstick, and a black, really low-cut leather dress that was all ripped and in stripes so you could see my belly. I was wearing a skull belly ring with black and red diamonds inside it. The night before, Draco and I went back to the skull. Get it? Skull, because I'm gothic and I like death. I'm guessing that's how she's spelling school from now on, is like skull. Dumbledore chased Voldemort away. We flew there on our brooms. Mine was black, and the broom stuff was blood red. There was lace all over it. Draco had a black My Chemical Romance boom. We went back to our rooms, and we had You Know What to a Linkin Park song. That might be the worst part of this story. Well, anyway, I went down to the Great Hall. There, all the walls were painted black, and the tables were black too. But you would see that there was pink pants underneath the black pant. And there were pastors of poser bands everywhere, like Ashley Simpson and the Backstreet Boys. What the fuck? I shouted, going to sit next to Bloody Mary and Willow. Bloody Mary was wearing a black leather mini with a good Chiraloot t-shirt, black fishnets, and black pointy boots. Willow was wearing a long gothic black dress. My hair keeps getting in my mouth. Black dress with blood red writing that was all lacy and came up to your thighs, and black boots and fishnets. Vampire, Dracula, and Draco came. We started to talk about who was sexier, Mikey or Gerard Way or Billy Joe Armstrong. The boys joined in because they were bi. Those guys are so fucking hot, Navel was saying as suddenly a gothic old man with a black beard and everything came. He was the same one who had chased away Vladimort yesterday. He had normal tan skin, but he was wearing white foundation and he had dyed his hair black. Dumbledore? We all gasped. What the fuck? I shouted angrily. I like that you could replace any of these characters with squeezy jibs and the story wouldn't change at all. Like, somebody walks into the room, she's just like, what the fuck? Like, that's her immediate response is to yell fuck across the room. I thought he was just wearing that to scare Voldemort. Hello, everyone, he said happily. As you can see, I gave the room a makeover. What do you think about it? Everyone from the poser table in Gryffindor started to cheer. Well, we Goths just looked at each other all disgusted and shook our heads. We couldn't believe what a poser he was. By the way, you can call me Albert, he called as we left to our classes. All right. What a fucking poser, Draco shouted angrily as we to from the French now. As we to transformation. We were holding hands. Vampire looked really jealous. I could see him crying blood in a gothic way. Oh. Get it? Way like Gerard Way. But I didn't say anything. I bet he's having a midlife crisis, Willow shouted. I don't know if she meant Dumbledore or Vampire. I was so fucking angry. Chapter 19. Which also has a title. Much like Chapter 8, which was Bring Me to Life. And then none of the rest of them had titles. Now Chapter 19, this one has a title. I'm not okay, I promise. Author's note. Please stop flaming the story. If you do, you're a fucking prep and you're jealous, okay? From knock on, I'm gong to dealt your men review eyes. And then several number ones, where the exclamation points should be. By the way, Evan need a poor blood so der. By the way, Evan need a poor blood. We're just going to move on. Thanks to Raven, formed to help. I guess Raven is no longer burning in hell. I guess that... I was pretty sure that's what she was doing earlier, but everything's fine now. Chapter 19. All day, we sat angrily thinking about Dumbledore. We were so fucking pissed off. Well, I had one thing to look forward to. The My Chemical Romance concert. It had been postponed, so we could all go. Anyway, I went to the common room, sadly, to cut classes. Draco was being all secretive. I asked what it was, and he got all mad at me and started crying all hot and angsty. Aren't sensitive bi guys so hot? Thank you for that. No one fucking understands me, he shouted angrily as his black hair went in his big blue eyes like Billy Joe In Boulevard of Borkin Dreams, she spells boulevard correctly. Kim is now just yelling Bork from the other room. Boulevard of Borkin Dreams.
That's where the sad dogs go.
That's where sad dogs go. I've just been informed. He was wearing black baggy pants, a black My Chemical Romance t-shirt, and a black dye. Get it? Instead of tie, 'cause I'm gothic. I was wearing...
That's so gothic for you to see.
Thanks. I was wearing a black leather low-cut top with chains all over it. With chains all over it. I mean, that part was said twice, so it might have been 2 chains. With chains all over it. A black leather mini. Black high-held boots. And a cross belly thing. Just going back on her word that she would never type out the word cross, but whatever. It doesn't matter. That's not really the worst inconsistency here. My hair was all up in a messy, relly high bun like Amy Lee in Gong Under. Email me if you want to see the pic. Google didn't exist yet in 2006. Wait, what? What the fuck is she? It went so long in the description, I forget what the conversation. Accuse me? What about me? I growled. I'm assuming that was supposed to be excuse. Okay, the last thing was that no one fucking understands me. Excuse me? What about me? I growled. But, he grunted. You, you fucking bastard. I moaned. No, wait. It's not what it fucking looks like. He shouted. But it was too late. I knew what I heard. I ran to the bathroom angrily. Cring. Draco banged on the door. I whipped and wept as my bloody eyeliner streamed down my cheeks and made cool tears down my face. I'm sorry, that's not what it says. I've ruined the integrity of the story. Streamed down my cheeks and made cool tears down my feces like Benji in the video for Girls and Boys. Raven, that is so our video. I took out a cigarette and started to... That's all in cap. I took out a cigarette and started to smoke pot. Suddenly, Hargrid came. He had appearated. You gave me a fucking shock, I shouted angrily, dropping my pot. What the fuck do you think you're doing in the girls' room? Only it wasn't just Hargrid. Someone else was with him too. For a second, I wanted it to be Tom Ridd or maybe Draco, but it was Dumbledore. Hey, I need to ask you a question, he said. Just teleport into the fucking bathroom and you're like, hey, just real quick. He said, pulling out his black wannabe gothic purse. What are you wearing to the concert? The hyper-realism of this story is just... You know who My Chemical Romance are? I gasped. No, I just saw there was a concert that a lot of goths and punks were going to, he said. Anyway, Draco has a surprise for you. That's how that chapter ends, chapter 20. We're getting to the end of the night. I don't know if chapter 21 is the last chapter for today or if chapter 22 is the last chapter for tonight. I don't know, but we're almost there. How you guys doing? Liv says, I dare you to find the email and ask for the pic. It would have been possible if this was still hosted on fanfiction, because we found the contact info for the dude that wrote Sonic High School. I think Grunty did email him and asked him something or some. I don't know. We looked up his deep lore to see what other stuff he had written. I think that might have been part of it. I don't know. If Grunty was here, I would just ask them. But
I know how you summon a Grunty.
Yeah,
use the eye emoji.
everyone agrees that Kim laughing in the background is hilarious. I don't even remember what stupid fucking thing was
Are they making fun of my cackle?
was said. They're enjoying it.
So whenever you said, was it when I was cring?
Oh, it was a cring.
I was cring.
I whipped and wept and was cring, and Kring's the bad guy from the Ninja Turtles. Shout out to Kring. Just one for all my Kring heads out there. All right. Chapter 20. Author's note. I said I did not occur what you think. Stop flamming, okay, preps. Thanks to Raven for the help. Oh yeah, by the way, I'll be on vacation in Transylvania for the next 3 days, so do not expect updates. That's fair. Chapter 20. All day I wondered what the surprise was. Wait, what surprise? Oh. Anyway, Draco has a surprise for you. That's where the last chapter ended. All day I wondered what the surprise was. Meanwhile, I put on a black leather mini, a black corset with purple lace stuff all over it, and black gothic compact boots. Really small. My Chemical Romance were gong to do the concert again since Volksamort had taken over the last one. I slit my wrists while I moshed to My Chemical Romance. Oh, no, she's not at the concert yet. Okay, I'm sorry. I thought that would have been weird if she was in the pit slit my wrists while I moshed to My Chemical Romance in my bedroom all night, feeling excited. You ever just been so hyped that you self-harm? Suddenly someone knocked on the door while I was trying on some black clothes and moshing to Fang you for the venom. I got all mad and turned it off, but sacredly I hopped inside that it was Draco so we could do it again. You ever just be like fucking bleeding out your arms and you're like, yo, this is quite the situation, but I am horny. What did fucking... You ever just been bleeding like real hard and you're just like, why the fuck my pee-pee hard? What the fucking hell are you doing? I shouted angrily. It was Lupin. Are you gonna... Oh. What are you doing? I yelled. I was allowed to say that because Dumbledore had told us all to be careful around him and snap since he was a pedo. Oh, good. Okay, so the headmaster of the school knows that the employees are pedophiles, and he's like, kids, this is on you. Just be careful, you know? Like, responsible for your own well-being. Told him to be careful around Hem and Snap since he was a pedo. No, actually, she has placed the word hell into the middle of the word actually because she is gothic. Can I please... Can I please get a waffle? Can I please burrow some condemns? He growled angrily. Okay, guys, I don't know if you know this. I hope we all know this. You can't borrow those. Cause you shouldn't be giving them back. So like, also, okay, so there's a lot going on here. He shows up to this person who hates him, and he's like, hey, I need to borrow some condoms. He growls it angrily. I need to borrow some condoms. Yeah, he's like Nathan Explosion from Metalocalypse when he shows up. And she goes, yeah, so you can fuck your 6-year-old girlfriend, huh? I shouted sarcastically. It's not really sarcastic. He is a pedophile. It has been well established. Fuker, he said, gong away. Well, anyway, I put on some black eyeshadow, black eyeliner, and some black lipstick and white foundation. Then I went. Then I gasped. It's a lot of dots. They're just running down the clock. Snake and Lupin were in the middle of the empty hall doing it, and Dobby was watching. Okay. Oh my god, you ludicrous idiot. They both shooted angrily when they said... How did they both pick that same phrase? That seems like a really specific thing to say. I don't think they both shouted it angrily. This seems unrealistic. Dobby ran away crying. Fair. They got up, though. Normally, I would have been turned on, because I love seeing guys do it. But both of them were fucking preps. By the way, Snake is moved to Gryffindor now. What the fuck? Is that why you wanted condoms? I said sadistically. See, I spelled that. I spelled it. Only you wouldn't give them to me. All I wanted was a condom. Just one condom. Only you wouldn't give them to me. Lumpkin shouted angrily. Yeah, that's exactly. Lumpkin the Pumpkin is having sex with Professor Snape in the middle of the hallway while a house elf watches.
It's pretty bold of him.
It is extremely bold of him. Well, you should have told me. I replayed. You dimwit. Snake began to shoot angrily, and then I took out my black camera and took a pic of them. You could see that they were naked and everything. Yup, this one's going in my cringe compilation. Yeah, we need a suicidal tendencies cover. He just wants a condom. Well, excuse me, they both shouted angrily. What was that all about? It was to blackmail you, I snarked. So now next time you see me doing it with my boyfriend, you can't fucking rat me out or I'll show this to Dumbledore. So fuck off, you bastards. I started to run. They chased me, but I threw my wound at them and they tripped over it. Okay. Well, anyway. I went outside and there was Vampire looking extremely fucking hot. What the fuck? Where'd Draco? I asked him. Oh, he's being a fucking bastard. He told me he wouldn't come. Vampire. It's spelled how you think. Vampire said, shaking his head. You wanna come with me? To the concert? Those are two separate sentences, so I made sure to put a pause in between it. Then he showed me his flying car. I gasped. It was a black car. He said his dog father, Sirius Black, had given it to him. I hope nothing good has happened to this person in their life since writing this. The license plate on the front said My Chemical Romance 666 on it. The one on the back said Ennaby on it. Okay, since their name's spelled wrong. I gasped. We flew to the concert hall. My Chemical Romance were there, playing. Vampire and I began to make out, moshing to the music. Somebody is getting a chipped tooth after that. Like, that's... No. I gasped, looking at the band. I almost had an organism. Oh, I'm sorry. That's not what it said. Orgasm. I almost had an orgasm. Gerard was so fucking hot. He began to sing Helena, and his sexy, beautiful voice began to fill the hall. Dramatic pause. And then I heard some crying. I turned and saw Draco crying in a corner. Obviously. Chapter 21. Yeah, the times where the plot actually, like, I don't want to say makes sense, but times where it's actually self-referential is like incredible, because I just assume that this person is just like writing whatever they feel like, and they don't know where they're going with it. I'm legitimately shocked. Oh, Brian, you got strep throat? That sucks, dog. I hope you get that taken care of. And I'm sorry that you're like wheezing through it listening to this stream tonight, but thanks for joining despite all of that. Guys, like the video, subscribe, hit the bell. The stream's almost over. We'll be back on Thursday night reading the second 22 chapters of My Immortal. We'll get to the dramatic conclusion. I really hate the ending of this. I really hate it. That's it. That's all I'm going to say, because we're going to find out on Thursday. And then Kim will be streaming Splatoon on Friday night. Yeah! And feel free to join our Discord server. It's in the video description. Feel free to hit that super chat button. We have, in several different currencies, you guys give me $20 tonight that I'm gonna send to mermaids in the UK, because fuck J.K. Rowling. So, chapter 21. Author's note, fuck you, okay? You fucking suck. I think this is a Strapping Young Lad song. It's not my fault if it's spelled wrong, okay? Cause that bitch Revern, cause it fuck you preps. Whoops. Saws Raven, thanks for the help. By the way, Transylvania rocks harad. I even got to go to the castle where Dr. Cola was filmed. You guys ever been you guys ever drank a Dr. Cola in a castle? It's quite the experience, I'm finding out from this artfully crafted author's note. Here we go. Chapter 21. Later, we all went in the skull, which is the school. Draco was crying in the common room. Draco, are you okay? I asked in a gothic voice. No, I'm not, you fucking bitch, he shouted angrily. He stated to run out of the place in a suicidal way. I stated to cry because I was afraid he would commit suicide. It's okay, Ennaby, said Vampire comfortably. I'll make him feel better. You mean you'll go fuck him, won't you? I shouted angrily. Then I ran to get Draco. Vampire came too. Draco, please come, he began to cry. Tears of blood came down his pale face. I was so turned on, because I love sensitive bi guys, as previously stated. Author's note, if you're a homophone, then fuck off. Okay. If you're the real word homophone, or if you're like a gay Android device, fuck off. And then, dramatic pause. It's a fucking big one. That's gotta be like 20 dots. And then we heard some footsteps. Vampire got out his black invincibility coke. Cam, here it is. You were talking about it earlier. The invincibility coke. We both got under it. We saw the janitor, Mr. Norris, there, shouting angrily with a flashlight in his hand. Who's there? He shouted angrily. We saw Filth come. He went on... Wait, what? Oh. Okay. I forgot. They switched the name. Filth is the cat. He went under the invisibility cloak and started to meow loudly. Is anyone there? Yelled Mr. Norris. I guess he's Lemmy from Motorhead in this story. Yelled Mr. Norris. No, fuck you, you preppy little poser, son of a fucking bitch. Vampire said under his breast in a disgusted way. Okay, Vampire is somebody's grandma in this story, I guess. Excuse me, who said that? Yelled Mr. Norris. Then he heard Filch meow. She fucking spelled it right. It's supposed to be Filch, and she said filth. Literally next sentence starts filth. This is incredible. Filth is there. Anyone under the cloak? Filth nodded. It's a fucking cat. And then, dramatic pause. Vampire Frenched me. He did it just as. Dramatic pause. Mr. Norris was taking of the cloak. Okay, so he somehow knows that there's an invisible cloak dangling in the air, I guess. And he's like, hey, is there anybody in there? What the fuck else would be holding it up in the middle of the hall? Yeah, again, that's the weird part. That's the inconsistent part about this story. That's what's irritating to me. Where are we? Mr. Norris was taking of the cloak. What the? He yelled, but it was too late. Because now we were running away from him. And then we saw Draco crying and busting into tears and slitting his wrists outside of the school. And all shooting some b-ball outside of the school. Draco, I cried. Are you okay? I guess, though. Draco wept. We went back to our coffins, Frenching each other. Wait, who? Which? Her and Draco? Or her and Vampire? Or maybe all three of them? I really don't know. Draco and I decided to watch Lake Placid. See, isn't depressing. Is it? I don't know what that is. They're watching it on the gothic red bed together. As I was about to put in the video, my eyes rolled up and suddenly I had a vision of something that was happening now. There was a knock on the door and Fug and the Mystery of Magic walked into the school. Alright guys, we've reached the last chapter of the night. I hope everyone has like at least several of their brain cells left. I would apologize for killing them, but you didn't have to be here and have them rot with the rest of us. I greatly appreciate that you did, that you chose to spend this crisp October evening rotting your brain together with all of us. These are always some of the biggest and best streams that I do in the year. Actually, the very first one that I did, I think it has like over 1,000 views. Like, people keep watching it. Like I think 2,000 or 3,000 views of the channel, like of the total channel views, are just my Immortal. So thank you guys for joining tonight to get absolutely wrecked from the murdered by the grammar in this. Like the video, subscribe, the bell, join our Discord, it's in the video description, all of that fun YouTube stuff. Let me see how you guys are doing. Dr. Cole is my favorite vampire. Get mine too now. I didn't even know he was on the table, but Brian, yes, Mrs. Norris was the cat in the books and Filch was the janitor. Correct. But yeah, no, they switched in here, and now Mr. Norris is both Lemmy from Motorhead and the janitor. Didn't have any brain cells before this. Well, they're super dead now. I don't think anything is surviving this fanfiction reading. Oh, King, what's up? Yeah, Gorg, what's up? Gorg, I'm so glad you could join us tonight. Lawrence, I'm glad you're hanging in there. We got one chapter left. Everybody just hold on to your butts, or whatever Samuel L. Jackson said that wasn't the fuck word. Whatever he said that wasn't the fuck word. Yeah, we're gonna get through this together. I really do. I don't know. I love these. I love doing these. I love doing the stupid fucking fan fiction readings. Like Sonic High School. We did Sonic High School. We do this one all the time. We, on a private stream, we read one of the books that Onision wrote, because like we can't do that in public because they're like really like I'd skip so much of it because I'm not saying a lot of those words in public. So we did that like on our own time with channel patrons, but Jake is Margaret Thatcher? Is that what we just found out in the chat? When fuck you, dude. Like, what? Why are you Margaret Thatcher? She was terrible. It's on brand with the England thing for tonight, but like, good lord.
Oh, my bed! I don't know why my phone corrected to that.
Yeah, that's really weird. Thatching up on grading. All right. All right, everyone thatch yourselves. We're going back in, but like for real, feel free to drop me some suggestions in Discord for more terrible fan fictions, and hopefully we'll do a video. Can you get me food?
I don't think I'll be back in time, but
it's only 11:36. Find out. Just try.
What do you want?
App platter with popcorn chicken and mozzarella cheese sticks.
Why do you always say it like that?
Because it's from a It's from a documentary called The Wonderful Whites of West Virginia. And then can I get marinara sauce?
Wait, what's the third thing?
Another popcorn chicken. With marinara sauce and honey mustard.
You're making me spend 45 cents on honey mustard.
It's true. They charge extra for that
Disgusting.
shit. That's the high quality.
Is that it?
Sorry, I was laughing at what King said. They're like wig thatched.
Fucking love King. Is that everything that you want?
Gorg, you're great.
What the fuck is Gorg?
It's King's real name. It's Gorgonzola Stradivarius.
Okay, that's all you're getting. You don't get anything else.
I can't get a drink.
No. You had one. What kind of drink do you want?
Either get a monster or a pumpkin spice latte.
What kind of monster you want?
Red.
Do they have that on here?
Yeah. The specific punch of monster.
It's only $25. Jesus.
Gunderslam with the super chat. Honey mustard is clutch though. Thank you.
No, it's not.
Thank you.
Send it back.
Zip.
I don't want it.
Well, we don't get it because I'm giving all of the super chats to mermaids in the UK to help trans people in the UK because fuck J.K. Rowling. So I think we're at like $25 or something. I think in various currencies. That was the wrong window. Oh, we're at $30 raised tonight. Hell yeah. Thank you guys.
I forgot that your card was on here. I should just put it on yours.
Rip.
I didn't.
Oh, okay.
But I should have.
So we got $30. I'll match it. So we're sending $60 over to them once the stream is done. Probably tomorrow, like once I'm off work and can like actually like focus on doing it, because I gotta like shove my face full of chicken nuggets and go to my job like immediately after this. So, but that's where all our super chats are going. Okay. So if you want to join in for that, hit that motherfucking super chat button. Kim said bye. I'm sure you could hear. She'll see you Friday for the Splatoon stream.
Something special with my face.
She said she's doing something special with her face, so you should be here on Friday. You should also be here on Thursday when we're reading the rest of my Immortal. So, here we go. Final chapter for tonight. This is only the halfway point. Like I said, Thursday we'll read chapters 23 through 44. Hell yeah. Here we go. Chapter 22, author's note. Shut the fuck up. Preps, stop flaming, okay? If you did not lick it, fuck of. I know it's Mr. Norris. It's Raven's fault, okay? 11, you suck. Just throwing the Stranger Things reference out there 15 years early. No, just kidding, Raven. You fucking rock. Preps suck. I have less fucking brain cells after reading just the author's note. Yeah, there we go. I forgot to warn King that this was going to be a particularly violent stream. So, Gorg, I apologize, but now you know what you're in for. It only gets worse, but we've only got one chapter, so brace for impact. All day, everyone talked about the misery of magic. Well, anyway. Anyway, it's not even important. I woke up the next day. I was in my coffin, so I opened the door. I was wearing black, lacy, leather pajamas. Did Kanye fucking design these outfits? Then I gasped. Standing in front of me, where? Dramatic pause. Bloody Mary, Vampire, Chinese Yo-Yo, Draco, Dracula, and Willow. I opened my crimson eyes. Willow was wearing a tight black leather top with pictures of bloody roses all over it. Under that, she wore a black poofy skirt with whipped lace on it and black gothic boots that was attached to the top. Vampire was wearing a baggy Simple Plan t-shirt and baggy black pants. This whole fucking paragraph, this whole chunk. This is all gonna be closed, isn't it? It's all gonna be fucking clothes. It's a quarter of this chapter is all gonna be fucking clothes. Draco was wearing a black My Chemical Romance t-shirt and black jeans and a leather jacket. He looked just like Gerard Way and almost as fucking sexy. Vampire looked like Joel Madden. Bloody Mary was wearing a tight black poofy gothic dress that she had ripped so it showed of all her clearage, with a white apron that said bitch and other swear words. Guys, if someone could check Etsy to see if they sell aprons that just say bitch on it, that'd be a dope ass gift for me. I'll wear it in a future like metal music video that I do, because I've been filming a bunch. I gotta film one for the Temi Village cover that I released only for patrons. So if that could be next down the pipe. If anyone wants to buy and send me, what's the exact description? A white apron that said bitch and other it can just say bitch. It doesn't need other swear words. It can just say bitch. Spelled wrong, I guess. And My Chemical Romance lyrics on it. Kind of like one dress I had seen Amy Lee wear once. No fucking way. No fucking way. Amy Lee, white apron, bitch. This isn't real. This is not real. It doesn't look like it's real. Okay, thank the fucking Lord. Okay. There's a sticker for sale that says be a bad bitch, not a sad bitch. I can be both. I'm very bad at it. Good Lord. Okay. Oh my god. No, Brian, are you serious? Also, my recently viewed on Amazon are fucking hilarious. Let me see if it shows. It's like, hey, you looked at 8 different brands of strings for your guitar. You looked at a connector piece for your headphones and the trans flag. Okay, so what am I typing in? Kitchen bitch. Funny black cooking. Why is that what it says? Okay, let's see if it comes up. Are you fucking serious? Holy shit. Guys, that's pretty close. It's freakishly close. Like that might count. There's I will cut a bitch. This one says made with love, and like in the live laugh love font, and then says made with love and some other shit. There's a dish that says you're my favorite bitch. What is happening with white people? Cause you know goddamn well that's who this. It says bitch peas. I fucking hate it. You know what? While we're here, nah, I'll get too fucking sidetracked. I've always wanted. There's an episode of Dragon Ball Z, where Vegeta is wearing a short sleeve, pink dress shirt, that on the back just says "Bad Man," and like, I really want it. One, because it's hilarious, and I was pretty bad at being a man, so like it still is fitting. I really want it. If anyone is looking for a random gift to send me, which obviously I know that's like that's the first thing on everyone's mind, but if a tier on either Patreon that I have isn't enough for you, and you really want to fucking send me something, Um, I really want a Vegeta Bad Man t-shirt. They're fucking hysterical. I think they still exist. I saw one like 5 years ago and it was like $90 fucking dollars, and I was like, it's not that funny. But like now maybe, I don't know. Oh no, Kim's not gonna make it with my chicken nuggets. I'm gonna have to go to work before I get the chicken nuggets. All right, guys, let's. After that really weird aside that we just had, let's get back to the art of my Immortal. So they're describing everyone's. Okay, cool. Mike has posted a link to some bitch clothing in general in our Discord, so feel free to join that. It's in the video description. Remember to like the video and subscribe. All that fun YouTube stuff. Where are we? We're at the bitch. Aprons and swear words and My Chemical Romance lyrics on it. Kind of like I had seen Amy Lee wear once. That's what triggered the Googling, because I really had hoped that wasn't a real thing, and it doesn't seem like it. Darkness, who is Jenny. I'm assuming they mean Ginny. Darkness, who is Jenny, was there too. She was weaving a ripped gothic black dress. She was weaving it? Gothic black dress with ripped stuff all over it and a lace-up top thing and black pointy boots. So were Crab and Goyle. They were all wearing that. Crab and Goyle were wearing this also? It turns out that Darkness, Chinese Yo-Yo, Crab and Goyle's dad was a vampire. What? They're not related. He committed suicide by slitting his wrists with a razor. He was inappropriate with them and stuff before too. They all got so depressed that they became gothic and converted to Stanism. Good. Oh my fucking god, I yielded as I jumped up. Why the fuck are you all here? And it'd be something is really fucked up, Draco said. Okay, but I need to put my fucking clothes on first, I shouted angrily. It's all right. We have to go now, and you look kawaii anyway. You're so fucking beautiful, Draco said in a sexy voice. Oh, all right, I said, smiling. But you have to tell me why you're being all erective. I will, he said. So I just put on some black eyeliner, black lipstick, and red eyeshadow and white foundation. Then I came. I don't think the makeup looked that good. We all went outside the Great Hall and looked in from a widow. A fucking prep called Brittany from Gryffindor was standing next to us. She was wearing a pink mini and a Hilary Duff t-shirt, so we put up our middle fingers at her. Inside the Great Hall, we could see Dumbledore. Cornelia Fudged was there shouting at Dumbledore. Doris Rumbridge was there too. This cannot be, she shouted angrily. The school must be closed. The Bark Lord is planning to kill the students, yelled Cornelia Fudge. You are not fit to be the principal any longer, yelled Rumbridge. You are too old and your Alzheimer's is dangerous. You must retry or Voldemort will kill your students. Very well, Dumbledore said angrily, but we cannot do this. We can't close the school. There is only one person who is capable of killing Voldemort, and she is in the school. And her name is... Can you guess? Can you guess who might be the only one capable of killing Lord Voldemort? Is Enemy. And her name is Enemy Darkness Dementia Ravenway. Draco, Crab, Goyle, Darkness, Willow, Vampire, and Bloody Mary looked at each other. I gasped. That's where, yeah, Brian says, bro, why is your dick so hard? I'll explain later, but we gotta go. Okay. Stanism might be, yeah, just being super into JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Good lord. Good lord. Cam, that's one of my favorite parts of Sonic High School, where it's like, they said it together to save time. Guys, that's it for tonight. that was half. That was only half. That was half of my Immortal. So there's probably another like 3.5 hours that we'll be reading on Thursday night. Same time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then the day after that, Kim will be streaming Splatoon. Just had a fuck ton of streams this week. So remember to like the video, subscribe, do all of that fun YouTube stuff, hit the bell, join our Discord server. It's in the video description. You guys raised $30 to fight J.K. Rowling. And that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna... I hadn't thought about it. I'll save it. Like, I won't donate it right now, because in 2 days we're gonna do another stream. You guys might just super chat more, and then I just have to do the whole thing again. So we'll find out what our total is that we're giving on Thursday night, and then I'll match it so that we'll donate twice as much, because fuck J.K. Rowling. That's it. That's all I gotta say. Fuck J.K. Rowling. It's been real. I'm sorry about everyone's brain cells, but we knew what we were getting into coming into it. Where is it? Added thanks to our channel patrons, to our panel patrons. Added thanks to our panel patrons. Zindios, Lords of the Trident, Astrobeat, Big Dun, Sebastian, Grunty, Gunderslam, Colin, Cam, and Dom. Y'all are the best. I will see everyone Thursday night. I'll see everyone else in Discord, because I definitely got to check out whatever bitch clothing line Mike posted in there. Guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you on Thursday.